Saying I love you is exactly what Crystal wants me to do. It's something that I try to, but I need an app, one that does it for you. That'd be easy. Logically, she should just know how I feel. Goddamn birds are in my living room, and this shit is real. And I'd really like to say Crystal loves me, but I don't really know. What would she do if I ripped her birds in two? Fuck these birds is how I feel. One more squawk I'm going to kill. What would I say if she took those birds away? Then I'd try my best for you. I'd try saying I love you. La-di-di-di-di-di-di. Goddamn bird. La-di-da-da-di-da.
Do you like beer?
I still like beer.
And sitting down?
Sit your little sexy ass down.
Then do we have an event for you? It's Tom and Dan's Sofa and Suds 2021. November 14th from 2 to 6 p.m. in the heart of beautiful downtown Sanford. Watch businesses from surrounding areas race couches to see who will be this year's reigning champ. Who will be the fastest? Who will bring home the coveted title of crowd favorite? Admission is free, but please no coolers or outside food and drink. VIP tickets just $49 with comp drinks, bathroom access, prime viewing area, and full access to pit row. You've never seen couches this fast. We've never seen couches this fast. Couches shouldn't be this fast. It's Tom and Dan's Sofa and Suds 2021. Brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Just call Mo.com and Secured Roofing and Restoration. All info at Facebook.com/Sofa and Suds. Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions Studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Whoopee! Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, buddy. It is a big teeny Friday. How are you?
Doing good.
Bye-bye.
And we're there.
Samantha's here.
Hey.
Travis is here. Seth Percizelli's here.
Yes, sir. The fish are we haven't had one die in a while. The tank is
It's been
good.
doing good.
It's good.
Mung free.
Yeah, it's mung-free tank.
We've been putting the water in it.
We have been putting the water in it. Even the Asian neighbors that live upstairs, I think they have mastered the art of not overflowing their bathtub. So we're not getting any more black mold in the walls. I mean, it's a good Friday, man. And not in the biblical sense, but it is a good one.
Yep.
It's a great Friday, and welcome to today's Friday Pre-Show.
We got a hoodie sale on our merch section.
Hoodies.
$25. That's last year's hoodie. We discounted it. You also get sunglasses.
Yeah, hold it up there so people can see it. It's right there next to you.
It's a super soft. I mean,
It's the pullover light blue bubble letter Tom and Dan. It's super soft. Yeah. It's not black, so it's it's not going to burn you up in the sun.
Yeah.
It's light too. It's
only
a good
$25. You get the hoodie, sunglasses, the Mo silicone pint glass.
It's a great deal. It's more like a heavy shirt. It's less of like a hoodie and more like if you lived in anywhere other than Florida, it's a heavy shirt.
Yeah.
Because it's light.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mo, my sister just interviewed for Mo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's trying to get a job.
Well, I mean, you could thank me for that because
Did you make some calls?
Look, I've been emailing him back and forth. We're talking about going out in my boat together.
I'm
not joking.
Oh my God.
You made the connection. Thanks.
You can tell the truth. I mean, you're more of a true Florida real man captain than Tom is, and that's fine.
No,
I got the looks and everything.
People draw their line in the sand of what they want to
means.
do. Some people like adventure, and some people like maritime law, and some people like boating, and some people just like, gaying around with their plans.
You wouldn't be his friend, so now he's resorted to Mo.
Yeah.
And I tried to hang out
I'm
with you all the
sorry.
time.
You didn't deserve that. I didn't mean to be mean to you, but
Well, I just
when you go out on your boat. With
he goes
Mo,
out on his boat every weekend.
I want you to play the song "Boats and Mo's."
Yeah, boats and mows. You go out on your boat every
Well,
weekend.
it's been getting a new radio put in the past couple weeks.
Oh, Tom did that one time. It worked one time. He had got a new radio put in. We took out one time. We're blasting the Sublime. One day, then it never worked again.
Look how wet the goddamn guys put the hose in the CD player. and they didn't put the shield down.
I sprayed out the CD player good. Ain't nothing in there now. I sprayed it out good.
They didn't put the shield down in front other than to spray
your shield
straight in there.
There's a shield
Is
on
he
your
going out on
radio?
the boat with you?
Well, we're trying to plan a
They're
date.
planning
We're
it
both-
out.
That's your business.
They're
Both busy.
planning a friend
That's none of your
adventure.
business. Don't worry about it. That's him and Mo. You don't worry about that.
He's
That's
bringing his
weird.
one wheel
it's
on there,
weird to
too.
start doing
Oh,
stuff
but
like
Mo-
that. It's like if you and Butler were going to a party and I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? You don't
Right.
do that.
Right.
You don't ask about that. That's none of your business.
Mo doesn't want to go on the boat with you and your meathead
He's planning
friends.
on buying a boat.
Yeah.
or something like that. And then he's like, I'd love to
Boat
test drive.
bros. They're boat bros, man.
And I was like, oh, you can come on to mine. You can test drive and see how you like it.
We can pull up 69 our boats together, tie them up, maybe tube together, float around the Glen, bro.
Hold on, I was just texting Mo the other day. He didn't tell me about planning to get a boat. Why didn't he ask me his boating advice?
Hey, don't talk about the
Well,
one.
yes, that's a no jack shit.
Don't talk about the one wheel you're getting to ride with Mo because you guys. are,
You said
I'm a fast one. I'm really good. I'm really good. I can like turn on a 360 like in place like in the boat.
No,
like,
you told me the breezer was coming to get the strings out. No shit.
Wait, what?
Remember, you don't know anything about boating.
I didn't, but then I do a lot of. I'm a research man.
He's a research man.
We're barely 10 minutes into the show, and I got a brand new song, and Tom's spinning with jealousy. It's Christmas in what month is it?
I'm not
Christmas in
jealous.
October.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I found it. He's jealous a little bit. He's jealous.
I'm not one to call you out, but you seem a little jealous.
You do.
I'm not jealous at all. I don't
He
even
goes
have jealous.
Well, you just said he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me that. That's
No, I'm just wondering why a smart guy like Mo would ask Seth about boating when he knows.
because obviously he can read through my persona
Maybe
on
he
the pod.
thinks that Seth's cooler
Well,
than you, bro.
do you go with what, like, if you're doing like Research Man would say, you
Right.
go with what, I mean, if I'm looking on Facebook, I would go with the guy who takes his boat out the most. First would be Boat and Neil, second would be Seth, and then coming in a really distant third
Plus-
would be Captain Tom Swamp Your Pants Off.
With his entire family.
At this point, you are a myth. The old Swamp Your
my
Pants
boat-
Off,
plus
you
it's-
are now a landlubber.
So you try and do like family adventures.
Yeah.
Seth is out there partying. That's what Mo wants
Exactly.
to do.
Yeah.
No, Mo's got a family.
You gonna talk cars with
Yeah,
the guy
but
who
he
was the
still
Ferrari or
parties.
the minivan?
Yeah, Butler's right.
Plus my
Nice
boat
one,
is
Butler.
bigger. It's newer. It's nicer.
Sam, would you file this under things that Tom says he doesn't care about, but it's apparent he cares about them?
but you
is
gotta-
that a
There's
category?
a giant folder.
Yeah, it's a huge
Yeah.
folder.
Yeah, but you got a wakeboard boat, douche bro.
Oh.
No, it's not. What are you
paradise.
Oh,
Here you go. I got a family hurricane. It's weird that I ride around a boat that killed my dad.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to make Daniel laugh. He likes that shit.
I do like that shit. Confirmed, but it's only because it slaps my face so hard. It's like, wow, that's real. It's so real.
Yeah. It's like
Oh my god.
Nicole Brown Simpson's kids naming their boat Knife.
You wouldn't want to do that.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
Are you fulfilling your own prophecy?
I don't know what's
No.
happening. It's crazy 20 minutes in.
So, I don't know. I just feel like, why would anybody because I know Mo listens to the show, ask Seth about boating. If he doesn't know anything about,
Yeah, but he goes out on his boat, is my
I
point.
do.
It's
Why do you think?
twice.
Why do you think just because I got it recently that I don't know about it? I grew up on the water,
yeah, but your dad took you out,
but
on
I
some
learned,
lakes.
and it stuck with me when I was young.
Apparently it did, because he's
I
always
did.
on his boat.
Okay, which
Oh Jesus!
on
It doesn't matter because I'm safe.
on the markers, if you're going up the intercoastal north, which marker do you keep on your right?
What is this,
and which
traffic
marker do you
school?
keep on the
So
left?
so red is return, but if you're going north, red will be on your left.
It's on your right.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not impressed with
'Cause-
either.
'cause I-
Who gives a shit? He's just partying.
I just go on. Who's got?
And I'm not going up the
Okay,
intercoastal.
who's
Boat
got
nerd off.
tan wet asses on
Yeah.
his boat? Raise your hand if you've had tan wet asses on your boat. Anyone? This one right here.
All right.
That's all I need.
I stand
yeah,
with Mo.
Yeah, I'm with Mo. I just
Besides,
go.
and it
Hold on,
doesn't,
the
it doesn't really
asses.
matter
I
because
think
as
you
long as
got
you're
that
staying close. Yeah, see.
I think your Seth is right, but you tricked me
Well,
because I expected you to get it wrong, so I already loaded you wrong. And now I think
I'm
about
right.
it, you are right.
The chat people are telling
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You're
red,
right.
Red, red,
All right,
returning
see?
when you're going north.
Yeah, you got it right.
I'm fucking
Red
right.
is on your left.
well, hold
South
on.
is on your
Fucking
right.
right.
You got it right. It faster than Tom could get it wrong right.
Well, that was a hard one.
This is my favorite Friday
I'm
ever.
just saying I have more experience boating. Why would you ask Seth? You asked Seth
You just proved yourself.
about karate or whatever the hell, dating young girls. I don't know what else to know.
oh my god.
He's
Shots
losing.
fired.
Tom is
that's all he
so
knows, right?
insulting today.
Kicking and dating young girls.
Oh, I know a lot more than that.
Let's see.
I know a little bit more
I
than
mean,
that.
in order to save relationships here and the show, do you have anything else you need to plug? Because I think we interrupted the plug with extreme
Sorry.
jealousy. And now
Yeah, we
everything-
only got through the hoodie promotion.
Sorry.
God almighty.
Beer pong tournament tomorrow at Hourglass and brand new free Hourglass Tom and Dan pint glasses available for until we run out. But we have like over 100.
They're
so
really cool, too.
Go there this weekend. Go there, watch the beer pong tournament, and just ask for a Tom and Dan pint glass when you get a pint of beer, and you can take that home with you.
I'm reading what you just read. So from our Twitch chat room, which is what makes this show so great, the colors of the markers can change depending on the direction of the channel. They both are wrong. Red right only applies when coming into a port, and you can't always count on that being correct.
And that person's name is Captain
That's
Dano.
true.
What do you know, Dano? I know. I see what you're saying, but generally,
I see what you're saying.
I mean,
And it's right.
We're all in the intercoastal
Together.
Like, maybe I mean you
We're all in
dip
this together.
your toe a little bit
Better
out
together.
of the ocean, but you stay in the intercoastal.
Yeah. Stay inside.
Yeah. Just go north and south in the intercoastal.
Until I go to Bimini, which I will do. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna prove you to show you that I can do it. It's gonna be like a thing to like.
How bad are you going to feel when he does it?
You're
'Cause
not
he
going
will-
to Bimini, no way.
You want to bet on
It's
this?
been my dream to go to Bimini on
Let's-
my boat, and Crystal will let me.
Let's
She
do a
says you're
bet.
going to kill us all.
Let's do a
Do
bet.
it, Seth.
And
I like the
Oh
bet.
no, I'm gonna do it.
What do you want bet-wise? Because
Oh.
I'm part of this company, too, so I can control the
no,
money.
you know how? I mean, that's a serious. My dad used to go. My
Oh, I hope he does it with no preparation. Out there it goes. And then I hope he calls you and he's like, I'm here. And then you're like, oh, you motherfucker.
You get out in the shipping lanes and shit. Like, I mean, you don't see nothing around you. I mean, it's not like you'll
I
see
get that,
Bimini.
and that's gonna be a little shaky for me for sure.
He's got to go faster
But
than
I'm gonna
he sees
go.
it.
Yeah. I'm gonna hope I just discover a new land if I don't.
Oh my God! 2 idiots, 5. 2 idiots having a boat war.
You'll never make it to Bimini. No way you have the balls to do that.
Oh, I will do it. I
He's
swear to
saying
God,
he's
I'll
calling
do it.
you out, bro.
Nah,
All right,
I'm
well
just-
then I'll bet. Let's do a bet then. I bet.
Why don't you guys
Okay,
do
what
a
do you want-
race?
what do you
Why
wanna
don't you guys
bet?
do a race?
Within how much time?
Loads
I
for
mean,
loads.
Hold on, who's doing the laundry?
No laundry involved. You know what I mean.
I mean,
within a year, I'll do it.
1 year from today.
All right.
What
It's
is it? Is
October
October
15th,
15th,
Write that down.
2021.
Yep, October 15th.
You just
Great-
got this
the Great
boat 2
Bimini
months ago.
Bet.
You don't even have a truck to tow it. You're
Oh, I
going to take
know.
your boat to
I don't know if
Bimini?
my truck will be done by then.
Oh my God.
Tracy's will be. Tracy's is almost done.
So,
I'll have a truck.
what do you want to bet? Money bet? You want to swap
Or
wiser?
one night with your girlfriend, like that movie with Demi Moore.
I could do that. I can take one night each with a date.
Yeah, dude, that's nobody in radio or podcasting has ever done. Look, they've done a lot of dumb shit, but I can confirm that nobody in radio podcasting has done a swap the girlfriend for the wife.
Like their property.
What was that guy?
I was thinking that.
Demi Moore.
I'm sure she'll be okay
And the
with it.
old guy
Who's
from that boating movie, Robert Redford.
Okay.
Right?
I'm pretty sure Tracy's the only loser here.
Yeah.
What, out of this room?
Everybody
No.
loses, or everybody wins, but Tracy.
Correct.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what she's into.
No way you're taking her
Some
boat
of
to
those
Bimini.
Eastern Bloc girls like the old men, or at least
Although
they
it's
appear to in the
easier
video.
nowadays. Like my papa, my dad used to go by
Oh,
compass.
now you're just going back. Now it's easier.
Well, I'm
is
just saying,
going
you got a
back.
GPS that you're like.
I don't even have a GPS.
Tom's
I
king
have
of the
not-
backtrack.
I have my Navionics on my phone. That's it. Which I guess is a GPS, sort of.
That'll
but-
stop working about 5 minutes out.
Yeah.
Like once you stop seeing the city skyline.
I can navigate by I know where the sun
of
is. in-
Miami.
in
He's
relation
a
to
wave
things.
finder.
Tracy, bring me your leapfrog. That's a dad joke.
I got it. All right.
Educational toys.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, what do you want to do? Hey, we can do anything. Let's start with Ted Lasso. I want to start with that. Is everybody caught up here?
Haven't watched any of it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Can we start with that?
Yeah.
My wife ruined it
Tom
for me.
said
and
spoilers are fine.
My wife ruined it for me, and it's not for the reason you think, and it won't be any spoilers. The character that plays Sam, the black guy, like the good-looking, he's like the striker. You know, like she told me during the final scenes of that show, she's like, he doesn't have any eyebrows, and now I can't unsee it, and it's ruined the show
Like
for
Whoopi
me.
Goldberg?
I guess so. Yeah, I
Are
wanted.
they so light that you can't see them?
I do not understand it. No, it appears, and I didn't pull him up on like Wikipedia or anything like that. I only saw him on the show. But once I saw him, I was like, oh my God, he doesn't have any eyebrows. Is that a thing?
Like, do
But
they
he has
fall
other
out?
hair?
Yeah. He's a
Okay.
good looking.
He's got a full set of hair.
Yeah, he's a really good looking.
It's not like alopecia or something.
No, it's just he doesn't have eyebrows. He's just like a really good looking African guy.
Yeah.
Like I believe his character is to play a guy from like Ghana.
Yeah.
But he looks, obviously he's a black guy, but like he doesn't have any eyebrows, and I didn't know if that's a thing. Can you be born without eyebrows? What
I don't know.
determines your eyebrows? And what are your eyebrows for?
To keep the sweat out.
Well,
to keep dirt and sweat out of your
Is that what
eyes.
they're for?
I know people that their eyebrows, like they're naturally blonde, like still as an adult, and their eyebrows are so light that they literally have to do that thing where they get them colored, or what do they call it? Where they etch them?
Oh, microblading.
Like
Microblading.
microblade your eyebrows so that you could see them, because without that, it's such clear peach fuzz that it looks like you have no eyebrows, which is off-putting.
True question here. Could I get my pubes? This will dovetail into something else, the other thing I wanted to talk about. Can you get your pubes lasered and then microblade your
Yes.
pubes in to look more naturally puby?
Yes.
Sure. Someone will do it.
It's a tattoo, right? Isn't microblading a tattoo?
They do it for
He
hair,
does
not
have
for
eyebrows.
head.
They're just super, super like sparse.
Okay.
Like,
they're just like
very-
he's just not a hairy guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So like thin eyebrows, like that's a weird thing, right?
It is a weird thing.
Like
Eyebrows
I'm looking
are a
at
weird
pictures
thing.
of him not in Ted Lasso,
He's-
and he
he's a
has them. They're
good-looking
just
dude,
very,
right?
they're
Yeah,
not light colored, but light in. There's not a lot of them.
Like
Yeah,
the trend for the girls now to have really thick eyebrows. That's kind of sexy.
Is
You
that
like
the trend?
that?
I
oh,
like
it's a
that,
bit.
yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
love
Is that a
I don't
trend?
know why
Yeah,
I
it
like
is.
that.
The
Like
big
it's weird because I
square,
don't like
boxy
hair.
ones?
Well, the
Yeah,
reason-
and I don't like hair a lot, but that for eyebrows on women, if it's a
It's like a
feminine
face bush, right? Like when I see a girl like Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones.
Write that down. Start that
Yeah, oh,
website.
yeah.
Oh, my daughter's not named after her. She's named. Everybody thinks that, like I'm like, well, I don't really talk about Game of Thrones, so that'd be weird. But it's like a family name. But Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones, she has like really bushy eyebrows, like huge eyebrows.
Yeah, people are into that.
And people are into it. I'm not anti it, but I don't think I'm one way or the other. I don't think I've ever. Eyebrows are weird to me. Like, I don't normally think about them, but if you, like my wife did, if you point out eyebrows to me on somebody, I can, now forever, that guy might as well be named Eyebrow. I can't not.
I'm going to have, when I get old, or if I get old.
Damn, dude.
Dude, is something happening to you this week?
About to ride into the sunset on your boat?
You
What
are
the
a
fuck?
different, angry, I like it though,
Yeah,
darker.
different this
Well, I'm not
week.
going to just assume.
You're like a darker, angry Tom this week. It's like, you know what you are this week? Your Tom wants to fuck. I feel like this.
About
I
to
want
lay it down this
Yes,
weekend.
some fuck energy in this guy this week.
I have been, all of a sudden, I just,
Just rip your wife's blouse off.
Have you been taking
It's hormone.
testosterone?
It's
Yeah,
hormone.
yes, he is. He's
It's not
doing
that.
something.
I'm not.
Either that or it's fluctuating.
I'm not doing
You got real defensive, bro.
I'm not doing it. I like testosterone.
It's not. You're at the age now
don't
where
look at my fanny pack.
And don't look at my thighs. They're blood crazy. I've been jabbing them good.
you're at the age where it fluctuates up and down, so you're having like hormonal like surges.
No,
like
you're older than I am.
Going through the
I'm
change?
and I've gone and I have that. I have weird,
don't
vivid
kind-
dreams now about weird shit.
Tom's been jacking off in the bathroom.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think,
come
hey,
on.
did he or did he not freak out in front of his wife? His wife got all horny.
She
That was
did.
Tuesday.
Okay.
You want to fuck
Yeah.
this week, dude.
There is.
You're down to fuck.
I do feel like my testosterone is going up and down.
You're going through the change, man.
Yeah, it's like menopause for men.
It's menopause.
No, it's not. I'm
Menopause.
39.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people hit
happens.
it young.
That's what happens.
No.
Pretty soon you'll start spotting in your old man boxers.
He's already pissed his pants.
Oh, well, I piss my pants all the time.
Yeah, I do
now
too.
I don't even.
Well, you're older than him.
You know what's funny is so little piss comes out that now I'm at a perfect homeostasis of I can piss my pants now because not enough comes out because I have retention. So it's just like and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
I'm at a bad spot now where my flagellance is just seeping out without me even trying.
Oh,
Yes,
my
You're
God.
an old bulldog.
Never
You're a
ever
loose
happened.
asshole?
Usually I have to squeeze
Yeah.
to have it happen, but now it's just like
We cover that in the
I'm teaching
Fairville ad on the
karate
show.
and nobody hears me
You're
because
just blammering on
listen,
these kids?
Well, no,
Fucking too many colonoscopies,
Tracy,
bro.
Tracy's
Like, what are you
next to me,
doing?
and when I count,
Yeah,
I do a
this
ki.
poor girl.
A ki is like a warrior's cry. It's how we move. We, hey. So when you ki when you swim. So as I do it, when I tense up, I'm going. And I've done it like a bunch of times, and Tracy's like, "Did you just fart?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." She's like, "Oh my gosh."
You're like
that's
a Hong Kong Fooey cartoon.
and I'm like, "Do you think the kids heard me?" She's like, "I don't think so. I think you're good."
Wouldn't a tight muscle asshole?
I thought,
You would think.
I thought so.
No, that's
but
why they're louder.
That's why it's weird.
That's why his are louder because like mine. You know my farts. You know when my farts are pristine when I get out of the shower. There's a little bit of dampness on there, like
Those are fun farts.
You know, it's like Louis Armstrong wetting his lips before he plays trumpet. You know, you get that perfect embouchure. That's what that's called. My butt embouchure.
Let's do a couple voicemails and
Oh,
maybe some emails.
Oh, we could have dovetailed into. I had to tell Maisie what pubes are.
That's right. Yeah. So
What do you mean you had to tell her?
Okay, we walked into because I'm a man of lying to my daughter, and we walked into the men's room of a Mexican restaurant, and men notoriously, like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but I have a feeling that when most men pull their pants down, there's a lot of scratching going on. I don't think women do that. But I think
don't
men,
know.
when they pull their pants down, they scratch a lot. So my daughter screams because she's loud like her mom. She goes, "Oh my God, look at all the eyelashes on this toilet seat." That's what my dumb daughter said.
Well, sure.
And I had a split second to make a decision. I could have either said, "Oh yes, look at all the eyelashes," and then dust them off. Instead, I said, "Oh, those aren't eyelashes." And she goes, "Well, what are they?" Of course, she asked the follow-up.
Blow them off for good.
And I said, "Those are
blow
your
them
hair
off.
from down here. They're pubic hair."
what?
She didn't know she got.
just
Why
started
would
that-
you tell her that?
Because that's what it is.
Wait, I don't even know what age.
I don't want to lie to her. I don't want to say they're eyelashes. They're definitely not eyelashes because
Oh, that
they're
was
really
good.
long and curly.
Andrea
way when that
is
happens-
in the chat, and she said she also had to tell her about periods this week.
Yeah,
No,
she's growing
what?
up. She's growing up.
She got a
guys
double
are
lesson.
insane.
Periods and pubes in 1 week.
Andrea, call in.
Wait,
We
how
handled
old
the
is she?
triple P's.
How old is she?
She's 6.
6.
Yeah, but it's too early.
I don't even know
No,
about
it's
kids.
not. I'm
I
just-
can't, my kids
she
in
asked.
karate are that age. I can't imagine
She's
being
like-
like,
she
that's
asked.
But
period
she's
blood.
seen pubes before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she's seen her dad, and her
Yeah,
dad is
so it's
King
fine.
Pube.
It's
So
fine.
I'm King Pube of Pube Mountain.
See, Tom's kids, they don't know what they are because they've never seen them because he
Well,
shaves
Tom-
it down bald.
Yeah, Tom doesn't have any pubes. In fact, when they all stand together, he just looks like their fatter brother. He's just standing there lying. But he looks
doesn't
great.
have dick skin.
He looks great now. Don't get me wrong. He looks great, but he ain't got the body of Tommy. Tommy is literally like...
Oh, it's a string bean.
he looks like a doll. He's
Slender
perfect. There's
Man.
no fat on that child. There's no fat on that child. There's no fat on him.
Slender.
No,
Slender
he's
child.
all bones.
Seth,
My wife's going to call in, I guess, to talk, hopefully if she can, to talk about the
I think
period
that's
thing.
her.
how did that even come up?
She's going to tell you. wasn't
You want
a-
to grab it? Yeah, that's her.
I don't tell my sons
too.
nothing.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
Yeah, so that was at our favorite Mexican restaurant. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to tell her they were eyelashes because it wasn't. And there were like 9 of them on
No,
there.
I think you did the right thing.
Well, why? What's the harm in saying like eyelashes? Santa put them there
Santa put
for
it in.
good luck.
Oh my God.
You say stick
your
eyebrows.
kids are gonna grow up
Put 'em
dumb
in your
as fuck.
pocket. Magic eyelashes.
Put them in your pocket. You got
Ew.
wishes. You got wishes for days now.
They're all.
What about
Someone left all the wishes here.
If you put those eyelashes under your pillow, the wish fairy will come and double them.
Oh
I'm in
my
there trimming-
God.
I'm in there cutting my pubes and stuffing them under her pillow. All right, so what happened with the period one? Because this one I must have blacked out because I don't necessarily. I knew you had to say something, but you told me you'd tell me later, and then we never went back.
Well, you weren't home at the time. I was getting her ready for dance, and I crouched down, and I got my period, and I hadn't realized it, and she saw, and she was like, and she was concerned, and she was like, "Oh my God, Mommy, why are you bleeding?" And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then I realized what had happened, so I was like, "Well, I'm not going to lie to her." So
This is
I
great.
said,
A medical show? no, we're not talking about this. Hold on. I don't want to be a Gruden here, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't even address my wife when she's pooping. I
You don't talk to her?
my sons honestly still think girls pee out of their butt.
You've got to do something. You got to do something. I
I
can't.
explain. They're like, yeah, Mommy's got a butt and a front butt. And I'm like, yes.
they're never going to know what to do when it comes to
Stop! No,
What
you're
to
not
do?
supposed to.
What
do.
are you, Samantha?
Yeah, Samantha gets on us about that. And look, don't start it over
what
yet.
to
I'm not
do?
showing them how to put the penis in the vagina. I'm not doing that.
No! No!
I saw you clench your flip flop back on with your
He's doing the
toes.
Luke Skywalker. He's doing the no. I'll never join you.
You never say nothing. What do you tell them about that?
Never
What-
say nothing.
You just say, "Oh, I messed up." I'm trying.
So what?
You're like, "Oh God, I cut myself," and you run to use shame.
That's traumatizing.
So what happened?
Yeah.
I cut myself. What the
I
fuck?
told her that when she gets older,
No!
that she will get a period once a month.
No!
And it happens, and then she goes, "Do boys get it?" And I said, "No." And she's
No!
"That's not fair."
Yeah, she's all
Oh,
mad.
no. Did you tell her that we have to put
Hold
up
on.
with it?
That I do.
No, she was mad as
Life
hell.
isn't fair.
She was mad.
so mad.
Yeah, she was mad as hell about that boys didn't have to do it. She's like, "No, that's not fair." And then she started in on me. She's like, "Well, does Daddy get it?" And I'm like, "Hell no, I don't get it. It's yuck."
That's gross.
And so then she's like, "Can I not get it?" And I said, "Nope. You know, that you get it so that you can, when you're older, have a baby." And she goes, "Well, what if I don't want to ever have a baby?"
Yes,
and I was like-
Maisie, I knew I loved you.
And she goes, I said, "No, you still are going to get it." And she's like, "Well, that's not fair." Like,
Yeah, she said that's not fair because she's like, "Well, if I don't want kids, why am I getting this?" And I'm like,
Exactly.
That's logic.
Yeah.
So we
Blame
kind of
God.
just left it at that, but, you know, I was like, there's stuff that you can put in your underwear so it doesn't, you know, go through.
No!
And so
Yeah, she seemed more concerned, honestly. Like, this
doesn't
just show
work
you how horribly materialistic she is. She seemed more concerned about having to ruin her clothing than
Yeah.
than anything else.
I mean, that.
Well, she won't.
is
She doesn't know about the
traumatizing to me.
pain yet.
No, cramps.
Yeah.
No.
I gave her like the top level thing, and then
Yeah.
she was like, fine. And so she then moved on. I think if you kind of lie and make this like big deal out of it, it's like something they're like, they have more questions, and then you're spinning yourself into like a story. So then she just moved on. She was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And Andrea is notoriously like handling really aggressive things with Maisie, like the topics of female menstruation and kidnapping. Those are two of your favorites to always bring up.
I think you guys explained it well. Then you're gonna come home and she's gonna have like teddy bears and toilet paper stuffed in her underwear, thinking she's gonna get it like right now. So she's
No,
No,
she does.
I told her.
not
I
an
told her
idiot,
it'd be a
Seth.
long
No,
time.
she knows.
She's smarter than all of us in this room.
Well, that's what I would do, just in case.
You have a teddy bear in your pants.
All right, I love you. Get out of here.
Love you, too. Bye.
All right, bye. Sorry, buddy. I know it's a rough first segment for you. You're more
Your
than welcome
boys are
to
gonna have it rough,
If you need
man.
a break right now, you take a break. I'm gonna give you that grace. So.
No,
Give you that grace.
I've done it wrong. I have been a horrible parent.
No, you haven't.
Well, I will. I had a shaming moment yesterday when I remember when Crystal left here. We went to lunch.
Yeah.
I went to that poke place, and then it was me, and there's just a dad in front of me and his like 4-year-old kid. And the dad was ordering a poke bowl with everything. Like it was like a shrimp with salmon poke bowl with all the veggies, like onions and shit, and
love it.
and rice or whatever. He piled it on, and then he's like, "Can I get a small side cut for my son? We'll share it." And then I'm like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, "This kid is eating shrimp and salmon and like vegetables in a poke bowl." And
Hey, we don't have that.
And then
Don't get me wrong, May ain't gonna touch a vegetable now. She's done with it.
well, he left his wallet, and then I was like, "Oh, here, sir, you left your wallet." He's like, "Oh, thanks." And then I'm like, "Hey, congratulations, teach your son to eat. My sons will eat grilled cheese sandwich, mac and cheesy, and not even all mac and cheese."
You said this to this man?
Yeah, you chirped.
Yeah.
You chirped.
Oh.
Hey, why you pile it on? Let
No,
the man
I'm just
talk.
congratulating him for being a good dad. And then he's like, I decided a while back that I was like, I'm not going to let my kid be picky. He's going to eat whatever I eat. And now he just eats whatever. He eats mussels and shit. I'm like, mussels? And then I'm like, well, now you're shaming me, old man.
Well, you brought it up, motherfucker.
Mussels.
Now that you're done,
I don't even want to eat that.
I will go back to Butler and say that it does hurt my heart a little bit too. I mean, if that's not a chirp, I'm not
That's a little
known for
chirpy.
congratulating other dads on being good dads. I'm not known to do that. In fact,
There's actually chirp and a
normally
chop.
I would think that
He
you
left
would
his
frown
wallet.
upon me if I said that to another dad. If I were like, "Hey, buddy, congratulations on being a good dad," you would make fun of me
Well,
if I did that.
no, he left his wallet on the counter, so I gave him his wallet.
Chop.
And that started.
That's the chop, and then the chirp was the follow-up.
Well, giving someone's wallet's not
You're
a
a
chopper
hybrid.
move.
You're a hybrid model.
A chopper move is running to go pull a chair out or some shit. like a weird thing no one does. But anyway, so I was just like, oh my God, I've ruined it because my sons, they don't want to eat shit. They too picky. And then I started like, well, maybe genetically this kid just likes everything. And then Chris was like, nope, it was our fault. We ruined it. Like,
I know my
yeah.
brother did the same thing, and I yelled at him all the time about it. He got him eating crap food, doesn't like other things, and
like we
this microphone thing is like back and forth.
Yeah.
No, I'm riding your levels. You're
Okay.
good. You
Yeah.
just leave it where it is. I'll make you sound
It's
right.
anyway, bad parenting. Agreed. Still with the period though, too far.
I mean, she's going to have to deal with it one day.
I don't know what's happening, so I just kind of go with the flow. Pun
You,
intended.
can't
more years.
know
I mean, it's
what a-
nature.
hold on, you can't know what a period is and also believe in Santa Claus. like, right? that's my rule.
Oddly, the two are connected in my mind for some reason.
Red, it's the red.
You're pulling me over a little
No,
bit.
I'm just saying, like, how
There
do
is
you-
an innocence lost there. Yeah. No, I'm with
Yeah.
you. I'm with you.
like, I even hard enough to, like, I'm
So what,
explaining
you
the
wanted her to
foreskin.
just tell her a lie that she got cut in her down?
Well, what did you want me to do? I feel like you're looking at me like with some disappointment, like I was supposed to
No.
step in, but I have no recourse here. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I don't even deal with. That's not even my department, the period department.
I
I
have
don't
no
even.
blood in this game.
I'm not even in there. You know, I don't even work on that floor.
I know.
I'm
just saying-
mailroom. I'm mailroom.
Just like you be the boner department with your sons.
Oh, he's not talking to his kids about
No.
boners.
She
no,
sends
no.
him to the boner department to talk to him about guy stuff all the time, but apparently he doesn't do it because then she's
man.
always saying.
Yeah, but they're getting boners, but they don't understand.
do
Yeah.
What it is?
You got to talk
That's
to your
why
kids
you're
about the
supposed
boners.
to tell them what
That's what
they
you're telling
are.
them.
Don't have
I'm like,
crystal.
shame!
Yeah.
No, you don't just yell shame at a boner.
Wiener alert!
No, isn't that
Shame, hide
what
that.
you do when they get a boner? You're like, wiener alert, then you guys run around, like run around like
we
it's midsummer.
Just, we just don't talk about it. We're like, oh, I don't know what's happening.
Wait, so when they get it, you just walk it out?
When do they get it? Are they just like sitting down and you just happen to look over? Oh, shit.
Max, you got a
Chaos
boner. Go
over
walk
there.
that off. Go out in the yard. Walk that thing off. Throw some dirt on it.
Like, we just don't I freeze like a T-Rex. I'm like, oh.
Dad's standing still. I'm missing a boner.
It's like, don't talk about it. He's like, always playing with it. Just look at the wall.
wonder if that's what my parents did when I was younger.
No,
I don't know what they did because I play with it a
apparently
lot.
they did nothing.
in public.
I think they left you to your own devices.
Make it a goddamn big dumb set.
Maybe if we leave him alone with his boner, he'll turn out to be a horribly well-adjusted maniac. Poof.
Well, I guess it worked out.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. It didn't. You were the
it
doctor
did work
today.
out, Captain South. It did work out,
Yeah.
Captain South.
Thank you.
What was the doctor today about? I didn't want to
You
bring it
went
up
to the
because
doctor?
people
I
are
didn't go to the
tired.
doctor. I was at my accountant today.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Money.
And I
You went to strip club?
I got to write off all my doctor appointments.
That is fraud.
No. I'm joking. You have
No,
to,
no,
you can. It just has to be over like $8,000 out of pocket, which I did. I was close.
$8,000 out of pocket.
You
I
have
can
to
buy
be
so
over
many
that to
jet
write off.
skis.
Yeah.
Yeah. All for the doctor to tell you you're fine, which you can obviously see in the mirror.
I don't know. The toilet has some different things to say the past couple of days.
Wait, your toilet's talking to you?
Yeah, but I realized I ate beets and I was okay.
So the beats
Yeah,
again.
you
Because
got
the beets, I
always
get screwed up around by the beets
Beets,
because I forget what
Pepto-Bismol,
I
all of
eat.
that
I forget
stuff.
what I eat, and I was like, oh fuck, and I was like, oh yeah.
Let's do a couple voicemail.
You wanna do a couple?
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up some. If you'd like to leave us a voicemail message, we'd certainly like to have it. Just get our app. Just search wherever you get your apps, Android and iOS. Search Tom and Dan or Mediocre Time. We have a free app on there. All of our content's on there. We're gonna beef it up. I think our plans are this year to do, or at least maybe 2022 to add some features to it. Let's try this one right here.
Tom, Dan, Sam, Travis, Butler, whoever the hell's in there. But man, I just had to give you guys this quick little story. So I'm a delivery driver out here in Kissimmee, and there's this old lady. She's a crossing guard, and every time I deliver to her, she's always like, "Oh my God, you look like my son-in-law." This, and that. For like the last year, and I finally met her son-in-law today. And you know something? I have no problem against any kind of people with any kind of disabilities, but this guy had some severe mental disabilities, unfortunately, and I just felt really disrespected. You know, I seen this guy and he's like, "It must be really fun to have."
Oh no! Okay, hold on.
First of all, he's battling the Terminator as he's talking.
Yeah, so is he saying that? Is he?
I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening on that one.
I think he just wanted to be.
I think he just wanted to make the R word voice, right?
You tell him some dad joke. What's up with him? Like, as our listeners get older,
It's what you're becoming.
I haven't heard that voice in a while, though. Actually, like nobody's made that voice in quite a long time.
like I feel like they're just like manipulating an old school dad joke and making it current, and then just so they could do their dad joke their dad told them.
Oh, so they're adding a few more details to pump it up and make it more 2021.
It's the old, this person said, "You look like my, son," and then I finally met the son, and then he talks like this.
Right,
and then
right, yeah. It did sound like a clever dad classic, right? Some of the
Mm-hmm.
classics, when they roll around, were kind of like, oh, man.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if that guy actually believes it sometimes.
Yeah. Did Gruden email that to you?
Use this one with Tom. He'll love it.
Hey guys, this is BDM Josh here in Avalon Park. I figured I'd weigh in on the new hot topic. I think I'm on team fuck those birds. I don't particularly like birds, and especially as pets. Having a bird as a pet doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know. I think there's plenty of people that would probably disagree, but I don't know. You can't really do anything with them. At least I don't think so. What do you let them sit on your shoulder? What are you, pirate? I mean, come on.
There it is.
Anyway.
Get him.
Fuck them.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's not a matter of like the fact that I like the birds or don't like them.
It has nothing to do with that.
I guess if I liked them, it would be
treat
easier for them to be living in my house for 3 weeks. It's just the noise and the screaming that they do, and the fact that I'm sure I'll be cleaning out the cages or doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just there.
They stink.
They have an odor.
They
to
have
them.
an odor.
Yeah. They are musky. And
Can
then
you-
like a period.
Do they make any sprays?
Ooh.
like a bird spray that you can spray on them in order
Just
to
a water bottle like a cat.
Febreze them?
No, dude, just so they're not like, so you don't have to like.
But it's like that the stuff you spray in the
Aquanet in a lighter.
toilet that masks the doo doo. Like Seth can doo doo up the but that's not gonna like, when you have a bad enough doo doo, it doesn't. It's like it smells like begonias in here. No, I don't smell doo doo at all. It's doo doo and begonias.
In the chat, they're making the connection here. Is Tom more of a captain because he will have birds and parrots on his shoulder?
That's true. That's true.
You gonna bring the birds out on the boat?
I'll give him one. You get one. You get the bird one.
They'll fly away
because they want to get the fuck out of there.
Caged.
Yeah, but they don't know that they're domesticated, right? So a hawk would just eat their head, right?
How big? They're pretty big, right?
They're like the size of this white claw
But it's
cup.
not a war bird.
Oh, they're not as big
you
as
know?
No, yeah, they'll fly away and they'll just die in the neighborhood for starved to death.
Oh,
You know,
they
because they don't know how to
They're
feed
sad.
themselves. No, but that's
No,
why
they would-
they can't live in the
They'll
wild.
stop the
would pick-
Castleberry French fries that are thrown out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure instinct would kick in and they would just peck on the ground.
They
Look,
gotta-
the raccoons are flourishing.
They got to fly over near that. They got to fly over next to your Buffalo Wild Wings where it says, "Don't bring your gun in here."
Are their wings clipped?
I mean, I don't know. What the hell do I know?
Probably not.
They don't even know if they're men or like a boy or a girl
They don't know
bird.
the gender,
You
yeah.
can't tell.
And
You
they're
gotta
also
stick your finger up the hole.
Okay.
That's how far it goes. No, I'm
Is
serious.
that what you do?
No, that's what you're supposed to do. Not a finger, but a metal pole.
A metal pole.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's how they sex.
Seth knows
birds
about fingering
reptiles.
birds.
Sex birds.
He
They
does.
sex birds.
That's
They're
how
like-
they sex the birds.
they're native
And-
to the Amazon rainforest. Like they're not living in Castleberry. What are they gonna fucking fly over to the Castleberry roller rink and live off the worms?
See, I'm right.
Popcorn.
They're just gonna die
Popcorn
immediately.
holes.
Yeah, they've lived all their life in a cage where they get food
Miserable.
and fresh water.
Can we jump to the
They're
chat
fine,
room?
they're so stupid.
Before we get a break, and I know you wanted to do some voicemails.
Okay.
I did see something that I'm trying to pick through this. Izzy, or Chungus Glorioso, he's in our Twitch chat room. He says, I got insulted the other day when Jana Banana said that she doesn't like fat people. She said,
She said that?
She said it on the Monster. She said fit people are more disciplined, they have more money, and she likes them more. She doesn't like for people that broke my heart. Fat people, I am certainly not for people fat. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Izzy, if you want to call in, I'd like to clarify because I don't.
Are you meat drunk right now from Arby's?
Oh, that doesn't sound like her, man.
Yeah, it does sound like
It does sound like me, though.
Are you sure it was Jana?
It did make me laugh, and Seth definitely thinks that.
Everything I was saying that I could
Yeah, was
feel.
it Seth?
I didn't write it. I'm not me on there.
Yeah.
I have my own thing.
What you could hear in the background was Seth going to Jana's Facebook page and liking it.
He's like, I don't know who she talked
He's like,
about.
goddamn, she's inspiring.
my AOL chat thing from back in 1999 or 2000, whenever AOL chat was a thing, said
Like, this is amazing. She's so.
I hate fat people that smoke was my handle. I don't know.
Don't say that.
Well, I was 18, 19, and I was
my
shooting
God.
steroids in my leg, and I didn't like laziness.
Although, if on paper they're braver than you, if you think about it, like
No, you're right.
Like
They don't give a
living
shit.
ones.
Izzy, did you feel like she was genuine when she said that, or did you take it as if it were like a goof? Like, because I say some pretty things, like I say things as if I'm some sort of a character of like an ignorant person. Like I'd be like, well, yeah, certainly they can't do that. They're fat. You know, you do something like that just to show ignorance or show that there are those type of people, and that's kind of like the role you're playing. She wasn't at all goofing. She was being like serious about it.
Maybe you're pandering to an audience or something. You know, it's like a different audience, so
I don't know. That seems off-brand, though.
Like when you're on the no spin zone, you scream a bum. Like, yeah, one or two times just because the audience likes it. I don't know.
Living lucky, but she ain't fat.
It is funny.
Lucky
though.
I'm not fat. Yuck.
And I do not think
Don't
that
take everything
at all.
personally.
I really
either.
don't think that.
You want to take a break now?
Yeah.
All right. I got good music this week. We're going to hear from Pokey Lafarge, which is like throwback rockabilly music. Frames. We've got, for Samantha, we have New Sincere Engineer. And we also have some just grimy punk rock from the Muslims. You'll like those guys because they're very old school punk rock. Like they're very much fuck everything. What are you laughing about?
I'm still laughing.
I know you are.
At Shannon.
It's so great.
Fuck these fat sluts. fat.
That's what he said.
Is that what you hold it?
He said fat.
That's what you. Is that what you heard? Because my wife does this. Daniel
Well, that's
does
why I want
this.
to go
No
back
offense.
and listen.
Yeah. Like,
None taken.
People.
None taken. Yeah, I read it with my own filter.
If you're an emotional person,
what filter do you put on it when you read it?
you put your own filter on shit other people
100%.
say, and someone says, and then you describe it to someone else. You're like,
Take the
that
filter
doesn't
off.
sound. And then you hear it in real life.
You
you're
gotta
like,
take the filter off or write it down.
Yeah,
or-
that's the way you interpreted it. That's the way you felt that it came across. I doubt that it, But if it did, super.
Or maybe
I didn't say it.
Now
It's funny that she said it.
Tracy is saying that maybe, just maybe, it was a subtle goof on a person on that show that may not be thin.
No.
I don't know.
She's a businesswoman. She's not going to, trying to get publicity and stuff. You're not going to.
Don't know.
Dig.
It's
That's how I
funny
am.
though. It's funny. This is Pokey Lafarge. The name of the song is Killing Time. It's my pick of the week because it's so classic. Enjoy this. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Made a python crawl. I'm so cold.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha Butler, Seth Petrozelli here. Everybody here hanging out on a perfect Friday. What do we got to plug now?
Well, we've got some new merch coming out next week.
Yeah,
A really cool hat that our merchman Eric designed. It's kind of a sister logo to the T&D Stripes logo.
Yeah.
You'll see it. And then we've got.
It's very industrial, really cool and subtle, like kind of Tom and Dan. It looks more like, I don't know, very commercial. I love it.
We got a Tom and Dan, I'll call it the Hawaii tank top. That's going to be up next week. And a new girls shirt.
Deep V to the P.
Super deep V.
And I want to give some love to Samantha.
I wouldn't want to wear that one.
I want to give some special love to Samantha.
You got
and
them
to
all the way up to 4X if you want one.
Butler, put that back up.
Deep V's are good for it.
But these designs were basically spearheaded by Samantha and by Travis, and they worked on these, and I appreciate y'all working so hard on that. I think it looks amazing.
It's the perfect time for winter and Christmas.
Well, we're Florida.
Hot
so
as hell year-round.
I mean, luckily,
Also, speaking of
cooler,
hats,
it's cooler summer.
Eric was in here earlier. He was telling us we got a bunch of those Z159 trucker hats.
dude, this is
still
one of
for
the
sale.
best fitting hats, and Pabone figured it out too because I see him rocking it a lot. This is an excellent fitting hat. Like if you're a hatman like I am, there are certain and see how I can get a little bit of bend in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can either go up for my glasses, or I have to. Like, I can't fully bend it. This I can do like big boy or like a real baseball player. I can put that little bit of bend in it, and it sits on my head right. I'm going to actually, I'm going to have Eric snag me another one. Because this print, too, is like a waterproof, like a Klingon. I don't know what do you call that?
And it's like a heat transfer.
Yeah, it's like
but
a heat
nice.
transfer. It's really cool, super detailed. So check those out.
Every order is going to get a Just Call Mo silicone pint glass, too. I think Eric has like 100 left.
Wow.
Why does it happen only the Friday free show? Like I
That's
talk
not
all day.
true. It happens all through the week.
It seems like I
all through
notice
the
it
week.
more. Okay.
I think you get more mad on the Friday free show.
You do. At us.
Let's do some news.
All right, here we go. I was going to say Ross, but he's not here. I know that because the chat room's sad.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CT is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but Corruption won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just more proof alone you're gonna die. It's Seth Petrozelli with your Douche Bro News. Narps.
Douche Bro News.
News today brought to you by GabrielaPlants.com. If you want to buy a plant from Gabriella, use promo code Tom and Dan. You get 15% off your order. Or if you use any of our sponsors and spend $159, you can go on our website, fill out the form, and get a free Gabriella plant mailed to you. It's like a $30 value, completely free. Just
it's awesome.
Put your proof that you use one of our sponsors, and you'll get the plant.
I love Gabriella plants. And, the little things make me excited about some of the things that we've been doing here. And as we move into 2022, some of the plans that we have. We had a lady on, I'm blanking on her name. We had a testimonial this morning for a Bart Merrick a deal. And when you told her at the plant, the Gabriella plant, and she was like, oh, I'll do that. Like the fact that she didn't know but got excited about it.
Yeah.
Like getting a new house plant. These are not bullshit plants. They're awesome plants. And Gabriella releases every Wednesday night, they release what they have in stock. And now my wife and I look forward to getting the email because it's always like clockwork, and then you can see what's coming in. My wife is gone. She's plant crazy now.
Not to be a plant nerd, but I got
please.
My Monstera from Gabriella. They mailed it to me a while back. It's 10 foot tall now. That I vined it up on a stick. Like that thing's worth a cool $50. I guess I gotta flip that thing. In a year I could probably sell it for a $150.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. But take advantage of that. We have this amazing partnership with Gabriella, and we want you to take advantage of it because that one time we had some plants left over.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you guys better jump on these plants.
Yep. All right, Seth. First story.
So you guys Starbucks fans?
No.
I've gone before
in an airport.
I used to be.
I just figured you guys would be coffee.
I am a coffee guy. I used to enjoy it when it first came out. I used to enjoy it. Then it seemed like their lines got longer. So then I just went to whatever's more
popular.
Yeah, I go to what's convenient.
But there's so many. I thought the lines would.
There are longer lines sometimes at the Starbucks than there are for rides at Disney.
Yeah,
it's insane.
To me, I guess with caffeine, it's much like alcohol.
I just take black coffee. It's fine.
I'm chasing to get awake.
My next question is: do you guys do these?
I just do regular black coffee.
Too many calories, man.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm too chubby as it is to go there and get some damn white chocolate Christmas. I don't need that. It's like 600 calories.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, I mean, that's why I kind of picked this story. I didn't know if you guys are into that or not.
I am into it, but I think we all know that we probably shouldn't drink those.
Yeah, so obviously we're gearing up for the spooky season, so it's only right that there's a bunch of new Starbucks.
Pumpkin spice,
No,
everything.
This was different.
Oh, okay.
Secret menu drinks, which I never understood the secret menu thing, which is bizarre to me because I feel like they can make a lot more money if it's fucking sitting there on the menu.
Fabricated hidden hype.
Yep.
But not everybody knows about it. I wouldn't know about it unless I was researching.
Yeah, but
people share it on social media.
Yeah, they're creating artificial hype based on something that is on the regular menu. They're just pulling it back so you trick yourself into thinking it's rare.
We call this the McRib.
Yeah.
Animal
style's another one. Fuck your animal
There's
style.
There's a secret menu on the wall.
It's not secret. It's like if everybody knows it, it's just you get to tick that box of I'm a cool dude when you get to say it, right?
Yeah.
If you order off menu.
Yes. And everybody wants to be special.
So it's an ego thing. You're not getting anything. You're not getting special treatment. You're tricking yourself into thinking you're getting special treatment.
Yeah.
But anyway, what are you saying?
So there are now 3 Starbucks drinks inspired by Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
You're a big fan of Hocus Pocus?
Great movie. Classic.
So
it's inspired. That held up for so long.
They're filming the second one next year.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. There's 3 drinks inspired by the Sanderson sisters that you can order. So they go into depth
the witch
about
one, the fat one, and the hot one.
So now I don't know which one's which. So there's Winfred. Do you know these? Winfred.
I always
Mary,
looked at that movie purely misogynistic. I always looked at it. You got the buck-toothed fat one. You got the hot one, which is Sarah Jessica Parker, right? And then you got the witch.
She looks like a foot.
All I know is the one that Janet doesn't like.
God damn it.
There it is.
Nice.
That's why he gets the big bucks.
I'm holding on to that forever. I'm sorry.
So I'll begin with we'll talk about the Sarah. The Sarah you said is a hot one?
Mm-hmm.
It's Sarah Jessica Parker, yeah.
So that is a sweet berry flavored beverage with violet drink base with extra berries. Substitute the coconut milk with soy milk and ask for the drink to be double blended for the desired texture. Finish it off by ordering a ginger powder on top of whipped cream. How do they pick these for each person? They just randomly throw shit together and be like, "This looks good for her. This looks good for her."
Probably.
I don't get it.
It's dumb.
I feel like they did it to
Mary
make
the
it
big?
look like the colors of their dresses.
Oh, is Mary the thick one? Which
Yes.
one's
It's
the
Bette
Yes.
Midler,
Yes.
right? I mean,
That's-
it's like a national
that's what-
treasure.
Winifred
Well,
is
this
the
one is-
Bette Midler.
Oh, Bette Midler.
This one is the chocolate drink. Did they do that on purpose? Or?
Oh, man.
You end up with a Frabbit, it's a chocolate covered strawberry.
Well, someone thought of it. Like, if they didn't do it on purpose, someone brought it up in the marketing meeting, right? Like the extra calorie
Should we
one.
make this one
Yeah.
a venti?
Yeah. Yeah, and then
A grande?
so that's the Mary. Mary drink was a chocolate covered strawberry type drink.
That
and
sounds
then,
delicious.
It does sound good actually. And then the Winifred? What's her name?
Winifred, yeah.
Winifred.
She's the most popular character, right?
Yeah, she's like the head witch.
Yeah.
basically.
So that starts with actually green tea frappuccino as the base. Then it's a pump of white mocha and a pump of peppermint syrup.
Pump of white mocha. Hey.
Remind me what's so good about that movie that made it such a cult classic?
It's good for kids and adults.
And they embraced and leaned into like kind of spookiness before most people were doing that. You know, like it.
But it's a kids.
How old
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah,
like goof.
it's a family movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it 90s?
Trying to break
Yeah.
a curse, and he has a little.
You know what's weird? I mentioned this
I do
before,
like The Craft better though.
but
Oh,
on
the craft is
Oh,
great, but
yeah.
it's a completely
She's-
different type of movie.
Yeah,
What's the
definitely.
girl's name that's really hot?
Nev Campbell?
No,
Is
well,
she
Nev's
in
hot
there?
Talking about
too.
Nancy?
The one that's in the Adam Sandler movie too, as
The rough
Nancy,
voiced one,
yeah.
the one that looks like she sucks mad dick.
yeah, she's so hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Look, it's not that.
Feruza Balk.
Yeah, that is not. I contend that is not shaming. If you look at her and you go, "God damn, it looks like she could suck a dick." That's a compliment.
She'll bite your dick off
Yeah,
there, too.
well, I look at
Oh.
her, I'm like, man, I could not handle you. And some of those girls, like some of those redneck girls that are crazy, they look like they fuck crazy. They got red asses.
She's in the
They got
one.
ratchet. I don't know what that is, but a redneck girl. I've been with some redneck girls. You get in there and they're hot as hell. They pull their pants out. Like, why's your ass so red and irritated? What the fuck happened to you? What, you get some poison oak? What happened?
Yeah.
That's a thing. I don't know what it is. Like redneck girls that are really hot have irritated asses.
Has someone been dragging you? What
What
You
happened?
get spanked a lot.
Did your stepdad drag you down the driveway? What happened? With no pants on? I've seen those movies. They're out of Melbourne.
Wranglers chafing the cheeks.
I think it's something with their
Bareback Productions.
Their skin is so fair and white that it just gets irritated. It's like when a real white person goes out in the sun, it gets red spot, red things.
Yeah, she was in American History X.
She was also
Yeah.
in The Worst Witch, an old movie with Tim Curry.
Hey, your movie's on the BDM
Love that.
page now. The Rockabilly.
Rockabilly Zombie.
Yeah, Rockabilly
I saw
Zombie
somebody
Apocalypse
post
or
it.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's on what?
It's on the BDM
Somebody
page.
put. Well, I don't know the whole thing. Is the whole thing, or is
I
it
think
just
it's the
my
whole
little clip?
thing.
I'm going to have
really?
to watch that.
We could watch the whole thing in here.
Hold
And
on.
do,
What's Seth's scene? What does he do?
I do a couple of things. I beat the crap out of people, and then I talk to my friends about women.
Is this a Jana scenario?
Oh, my God.
no fat chicks, Jana says.
I think I say. I
how's
think
your
it's a
acting?
long time ago. I think I say something like, "Mama," my mama always
Mamma
said.
mia, Papa Pia did the baby
No,
diarrhea.
I'm a redneck, so I'm like a rockabilly.
Give me your rockabilly redneck voice.
I think I don't even do. I do my own voice.
Oh,
I
we
just
gotta
kinda
find
like,
this.
I got.
Someone-
Mom
oh, I
always
got
said,
it. Someone emails
happy
the
wife,
clip.
happy life, or something like that. I don't know. I said something.
Someone
like
email us the clip of just Seth acting.
that. Man,
because
it's
I gotta
good.
look at it.
I can act really good. In Street Fighter, I act really good too. I have a really intense scene where I bang the desk and I get teared up and I start to like get angry.
You have a crying scene? in Street Fighter?
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Not crying, but
I
I
can't
get.
believe that's his last Hadouken. I am so sad.
I actually want to get the clips to that. They said they would send them to me, but just like the movie, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. I'm sure they're mainly worried about the fact that they made this whole movie that they can't release more.
Capcom is about to fuck him in the ass.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So,
Are you trying to pull it up?
Yeah.
I told you about.
It's in the BDM group.
Oh, you got a neck tat in this.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
they give
find
me a
it.
neck tat. They give me all tattoos. They made me look real hillbilly like, I guess.
On Disney Plus,
Not
Hocus
that-
Pocus, they're like the trailer. They don't have a trailer for it, and the trailer is just a scene in the middle of the movie that's anticlimactic. Like so,
yeah, they do that when they don't have trailers for some reason.
Yeah,
It's
they
stupid.
do
But
like
why
an
didn't
old.
they have a
They do an
trailer?
old Jay Leno clip that they would have sat on the couch and roll the clip. You know?
They do an old Jay Leno clip, but why?
Oh my
like
God.
they didn't make a trailer for this movie. Weird to me.
They
you know.
they probably did, but I don't
Lost
know.
it or
yeah,
because
who
it's-
knows?
It was-
odd.
I think they posted it from YouTube.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, man. I don't, it
Yeah,
must be
someone email us
buried
in
on there.
in the chat room.
That's not it. That's some hillbilly.
It'll be hard to find
yeah,
Seth's
man.
part.
And-
Next
and-
story.
Yeah.
Sorry.
go ahead.
All right. Well, these for some reason one of my One of my stories, I copied and pasted, and then I copied and pasted the same exact story. So I don't know where it went. But this next one, is
like have an EJ do news.
Yeah, I know. So this next one.
I got it.
I was gonna say I got a trailer right here.
Okay, here it is.
We gotta see is it the whole movie?
No, it's the trailer to it.
Oh well, you might.
Did you make the trailer?
Yeah, I'm in the trailer. Of course, I'm a headline name.
Hey boys.
Hello.
There he is.
You want a sip?
Sure.
Did you bang that chick?
Come get it.
You did.
Did you cheat on your
You
wife?
did?
Did you cheat on your wife with that? Is that what
Tell us
did
the
it?
truth.
You fucked that girl and they ruined your marriage, didn't it?
No, my girlfriend was with me the entire filming of this.
Okay.
It was for like all night. It was for like
all night.
Well, she fell asleep for a couple hours.
Oh, hold on. I got nervous. I couldn't hit the right buttons. Well, here, we'll keep going. Your pussy smells.
What the? Why is it?
Thanks, babe.
Sure. Anytime.
Yeah, that's amazing.
See ya.
You getting married to one of the most hottest kittens in town.
Kitten.
Why are you gonna mess with that?
I wasn't gonna do anything, man.
My mom and pop, they've been married for 30 years. You know what my pop always said?
Are you supposed to have a country accent?
When mama's happy, the whole house is happy. Don't forget that.
Ain't that the truth?
This might be the worst acting I've ever seen.
Damn, this is like watching The Walking
This is worse than a porno. At least there's fucking in a porno.
Wait till you get to my fight scene. It's really cool.
I'd rather watch Jana on the Monster.
It's on YouTube.
I can't stop making jokes about it. All right, sorry.
Next story.
Yeah.
Thought it was good. For 2 years, this poor elk, a resident of Pine, Colorado, lived with a giant tire stuck around its neck. Human residents have reported the bull's unfortunate situation to Colorado Parks Wildlife, but the animal was difficult to locate. But finally, on Saturday, after over 2 years and 4 days of tracking, the officers were able to get close to the elk, shoot it with a tranquilizer, and get the tire off.
It had a tire around its
They
neck?
had a giant tire. Yeah, I got a picture of it. It was real sad looking. Okay, so
Was it as big as a Michelin tire?
Unfortunately, they had to cut off the 600-pound bull's antlers in order to remove the tire. So they had to cut off its antlers to do it. And there was about 45 pounds of tire around its neck that they got off.
I saw this story, and every once in a
Somebody
while...
put
It's actually not that bad. It looks like a go-kart tire.
But somebody put the tire on its head, right? Like it didn't do that.
No, well, I said that story because I feel like it's littering. People just throw shit like that all the time.
I feel like somebody did that.
No, I think it was eating, and I don't like to think people are that bad.
I thought about this, and I was like, how did it get the tire on its head? Like, the tire would have had to been...
Says it's been on its neck for 2 years.
Yeah, flowers growing out of it from the
That's
center of the
nuts.
tire. It's eating, and then as it catches it on its nose as it picks up, and then it falls down.
Oh, you fucking idiot elk!
Well,
You're
he
so
wanted
dumb.
it as a necklace then.
Now wait a minute. I would before we cancel the tire, which is what we want to do, or the
I was
people
just
that
about
put
to
the
say
tire.
that.
Let's talk about the positives here. Around your neck, constantly in the elements, collecting water, always a water source under your chin, hydrated.
Working out a lot.
Yeah, carrying it,
Fit.
thicker
I was
neck.
thinking about fit, but
thicker neck.
It was full of wet pine needles and dirt.
Aw.
Yeah, that's sad.
Would keep you alive though if you needed
Yeah.
it. Those are my emergency pine needles.
I mean, during hunting season, couldn't you just...
Shoot the tire?
Well, no, I mean...
They said they couldn't locate. They said it was hard to find that particular...
Goddamn, that ain't a car. That's an nail.
And then you tranquilize it and then cut the tire off.
No, you put another. You put one more tire on. You put here you go. Now you have a set.
And I feel like it probably could have lived its whole life and it been barely bothered because all the tracking devices that researchers put on these you see this every once in a while they'll tag an animal, right? They always seem abnormally big or wouldn't this
It's
bother
like a
this
microphone.
goddamn turtle?
Yeah, it's like a goddamn microphone pack for Kid Rock. The thing is huge, or it looks like some of your trashier people's Mondo vape rigs.
And then they're
glued to the turtle.
And then the professional's like, oh, no, it doesn't even know that it's attached to it. It's
Yeah.
fine. It doesn't bother it. Well, I'm like, well, then this tire is not going to bother the moose that much, right?
But then they do stuff where they'll release a whale, and you'll see in the back of its like flippers, it's got like a tag on it with an antenna, whip antenna, and they're like, that transponder has a battery life of 7 years, and it costs over $100,000. And I'm like, so it's just going away, and you never get it back.
Yeah.
So the transponder's gone, and if that thing dies, you don't go out there in your boat and there's the transponder. It's gone.
Yeah. I think it's just gone.
I don't want that job. I couldn't do that. I'm too materialistic to put any of my transponders on these dumb animals and then have them go to the bottom of the ocean when they die.
I remember,
whalers are getting them first.
Yeah.
I remember when we were scuba diving one time, Crystal saw a sea turtle with like fishing line wrapped around one of his fins. I told the story on the show before, and it was pretty sad because his fin was all grotesque.
It had grown into it.
It was like
that Indian man with the longest fingernails.
Yeah. So but there was still a lot of a bundle around it, and it had like a deformed flipper because of it. But I remember Chris was like pointing at it underwater for me to
do something, you idiot.
And then it was like
the turtle, you fucking idiot.
Whip out your harpoon.
And I remember I was
goddamn turtle in my living room.
In my mind, I was like, oh, I'll just grab the turtle and then hold it with one hand.
That thing will bite your freaking hand off.
Well, I've picked up turtles
He thinks
from the
he
road.
can do anything.
Like Crystal, many times have forced me to go out into the highway to grab a turtle off the busy road and take it to the thing. So I know to grab it by its back because it tries to whip its neck around to bite your fingers off.
And it's got a penis head. Like it's like a weird. I hate turtle heads.
Piss everywhere too.
And
they start relieving themselves.
Oh yeah, they just
You're
let
in
it
the
all
ocean,
go.
so who cares?
So as
the
soon as I grabbed it, and the sea turtle was probably like a foot, like I say 17 inches wide or whatever. So it wasn't that big, but
But it was on its period.
As soon as I grabbed it, that motherfucker took off to the point where it ripped out of my hands. Like I was holding it tight, and like I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, you should have just let it drag.
No,
that'd be fucking awesome.
It was fast and powerful, like way more powerful than I thought. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, sea turtles are strong as shit."
Yeah, look at this guy.
I assumed that
So it got away with the.
it ran away.
But at least
I
you
was like,
proved
"I
to your
nothing."
wife that he was fine because look how fast he is. Like, look at him.
That's what I said, but I'm pretty sure it died later. Like it used this last bit of energy
it adapts.
to run
You
around.
scared it so bad.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the next story?
Well, here's a little bit of payback for animals. That's what I'm trying to say. Have you guys seen this or not?
Do they deserve?
So this lady, Lindsay Bull, describes the 8-foot creature given the Star Wars inspired name Darth Gator. I like it. As a member of her family, while owner says the reptile was just having a bad day. So an animal handler was attacked by an alligator as crying children looked on as she loves the reptile and that it should not face any consequences.
I saw
I gotta
this
show
video.
this video. Oh, you did?
Well,
Can you pull it up because it's
is it
fucking
the one with
awesome.
the dad?
The kids. No. It's a lady.
It's not awesome. It's fucking
No.
terrifying.
It's because the kids are crying like in the glass and they just stand there. And then you see the parents ripping the kids off the glass. The gator death rolls with her hand in it, so she tries to like circle with it.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's awesome.
So it was
I feel bad, but
it was one of these like birthday party animal deals where the trainers bring the animals and they show the kids.
Oh, it was at a petting zoo. I think the party was at a petting zoo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
they're at it. They're at a
Is
zoo.
this
Yes.
it?
Yes, that's it. Watch
Okay.
these kids just start crying.
I think I got this.
The female, I guess, wrangler. What do you call her?
Handler.
Like a
Handler.
She
did push him off pretty good at first. She's like, no.
and it's not that big of a gator
And
either.
Darth Gator. Yeah, it's
Like,
not.
Here's Darth Gator.
Like,
okay.
what is that gator?
8 foot, it says.
8 foot.
Eight
Yeah, that's
foot.
not
Big.
that big. I mean, it's big, but
And it's mostly tail.
Strongest part.
I don't understand how it got her.
Watch.
yeah.
Oh, wait, just watch.
Right there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
I
my
can't
God.
watch it.
Wait for the death roll.
Like I know she's fine, but
Listen for the kids.
That's when the dad jumps
There's
in.
a death roll.
I like she remained
I like that
oddly
kid.
calm
as hell.
And then
Well, you have to.
The dad was like, "Do I need to do it?" And then what
she instructs him what to do.
I'll light the candles, I guess, and let the kids blow up the cake while you're.
He's like, "Ma'am,
That
is this
kid-
part of it? I don't know."
I'll wrap your arm in the SpongeBob banner. I don't know.
Like, she got into the
I'm
water.
shitting my pants.
She got into the water so calmly that it seemed like this was
She's a
kind
badass.
like maybe this is
She
part of it.
defecated in the water though.
No,
No, definitely.
No.
She was
Everything
so
went
calm.
up. Everything goes up.
So
Definitely, she definitely shit in the water.
what's
The kid in the jersey is the fucking kid though.
Okay, here,
He
here.
says the most, and he's like so intrigued.
That's a psychopath.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
he's like, I want to watch
Look,
this.
he has to be yanked
Yeah.
away. He loves it.
Here, mommy.
I don't think that was him. I think he liked it.
so there now some other guys
The
on
one
the
guy
back of the
yells-
gator.
Yeah,
Now
the
that's-
old man's like,
The fat guy's just sitting there.
That's what you
oh,
don't want to hear. Is the one guy goes, or she says, somebody says, and they put it on the closed caption. They're like, "We got trouble."
We got trouble.
Shit.
We got trouble.
Also, if she hadn't have rolled with that gator, it would have twisted her hand or
Absolutely.
her arm off.
Yeah,
Like
that's
how
why she
they,
got in there.
Yeah, that's why she rolled.
Hey,
that was
Steve
good to
Winwood,
with it.
roll with it, baby.
And so now it's like my understanding that once the gator bites down, it's hard as fuck to open its mouth. Like its bite down pressure is like 100 times stronger than its opening. That's why you get to hold a gator's mouth shut with your fingers. But once it bites down on you, hard to pry the mouth open again.
I mean, it's a 3-minute video. I mean, it continues.
So what's
with-
the guy doing? He's just sitting on
He's
his
doing
back.
what
He's
they
keeping
do-
him still so he won't keep rolling.
So we won't roll.
Ah,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
But that's what they do when they wrestle alligators. They get in the back of them and they hold them down with their knees. And,
So is she just gonna wait it out?
Yeah, until he relaxes.
no,
his
you have to
muscles.
stick your finger in their butt.
I'd be screaming, "Kill it!"
You know?
like,
pistol, pistol, pistol.
If it's just my hand, no. Oh, what did you just throw? I didn't see that part.
He threw his cell phone.
Idiot.
He's like, "Film this."
Why did he?
It's
throw-
wet.
He threw something out.
Here's the gator's wallet. Take it and run.
There it is. Hold on.
I'm mad that I laughed at your stupid joke. So, I mean, I get that's a bad
This is
motherfucker
amazing.
right there.
Yeah, she's a tough ass.
Yeah, for her, she has
Well,
it
she has
screamed.
she has jujitsu.
It was sunglasses. He threw his sunglasses.
That's not gonna help him in this situation.
I don't want to ruin my Oakleys. Hold these.
Now she's just remaining calm with her hand inside the gator's mouth. How bad did it screw her up?
They said they were able to save her hand, but with like a lot of like stitching.
Yeah, they
and,
did
like,
surgery.
They did
yeah,
surgery.
some puncture.
There was
wounds or something.
one of the moms that was there was actually a nurse, so she started administering like medical
to
help
the hand.
before anybody got
That
there.
is rough.
As
Right?
long as it
The
you
death
know
rolls were
it
gone.
doesn't twist it off, like just the bites and stuff, like you could save. You know, it shouldn't be that bad. I remember like
My brother had a bad one from that knife wound when I got him.
Yeah.
I told you about that when I sliced it. It's a tiny little slice. He was fucked for like years.
oh, I thought you were making some joke.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
didn't. I didn't know you. I didn't know you
I
killed your brother at that point.
I told
That's a
you.
new
I
one.
said this story about the knife why he grabbed it and I yanked out of his hand. I
Oh
sliced it.
yeah. Jesus. I meant
I forget all your crazy
Don't fuck
stories.
her, man.
my redneck uncle got he almost died when a gator bit his inner thigh, and then
Ooh,
it gave
inner
him,
thigh.
It gave
That's
him
close.
like
The bacteria in the teeth, right?
blood poisoning.
That's
and
when
stuff,
people
yeah.
get those wounds where the skin eats itself,
Oh, yeah.
and when your body goes back together, you end up having body holes.
Oh, it's gross.
You got anybody here got any body holes? You got any holes
What do
on
you
you?
mean body hole? What do
Like
I
where?
got some holes.
Like where? No, not the real ones, not the normals.
Yeah.
I mean, like where you had a wound, and then it like spider bites will do it too. You see a person that'll have a spider
my
bite,
Just
staph
piercings.
infection.
and then it went away. Like they ate part of their flesh away, so now they have a body wound, a hole in their body.
Yeah, so there like be a divot into
But it's
their
smooth.
skin. Yeah,
I got a
yeah.
couple on my ass from my big goiters. I used to do.
You know what? That's
Ass
good.
goiters?
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for saying
When I was
that.
younger, I had them.
Yeah, you had a
What?
younger ass goiters. Tell us
How
about
do you
what-
get an
for
ass
me.
goiter?
How the fuck
sounds
do
like
I
an
know?
old
And
man
I felt
game.
What was
very
it?
self-conscious about it. I didn't change them for people. I was very.
What'd you have to wear?
fucking
What'd you have to wear?
goiter?
You have a leaky diaper that keep it from leaking?
I don't know.
How big was your ass goiter?
There was a bunch. And they were
A
big.
bunch?
Yeah.
How many? A
Are
gaggle
you
of them?
scarred up? Is that why you tattooed your ass?
More than
That
20?
was part of the reason.
You tattooed your ass because you have a scarred up ass?
Yeah, it looked like a fucking bundle.
I didn't want to get into this. This was for the therapist. Where I was supposed to talk about this.
Hold on a second. Are you a hot redneck girl that has a red ass?
He is.
It's like Freddy Krueger trying to get a whole face tattoo. Like, that ain't gonna help.
Draw more attention to the ass.
Yeah, but the problem was most of the tattoos on the top part of my ass and my goiters were on the bottom part.
Oh, you're gonna have to tattoo more on the bottom. That's where my goiters were, you idiots.
But this was like
color them
elementary.
in black. That'll help.
This was like elementary, middle school. I had it very bad. Yeah.
Is it from like?
Is it butt acne?
I don't know if it was from sweating so much from
butt
karate.
acne.
It was butt acne. But
Yeah,
they,
karate
really
butt
bad.
acne.
Karate butt acne.
Kicking the puzzle.
And there's a couple of times I went to the doctor, and then like
Well,
my
were you
mom was
shitting
in there.
yourself
and
a lot at
I
that
asked.
age?
Yeah, maybe that might have.
Oh man, that's bad down
the
there.
fecal matter.
Whatever.
fucking
Zits and
goiters.
poop everywhere.
My son's got these quarters.
My son's whole ass is like a pizza face. He puts Clearasil on it.
And I did. I tried a bunch of stuff like I don't whatever this.
Every night he has a routine. He has to use one of those brushes you use for battery terminals on his carbuncles in the back. He uses Cetaphil.
He knocks
You
him
know how
off.
expensive Cetaphil is?
And he's slow.
That's no way to go through life. But one day he will grow up to be a great boat captain.
So the people at the party, right? If you're the parents of these kids, right? One of them tried to sue this place, right, or something like that for like emotional,
what?
like for traumatizing their kid or some shit. I mean, everybody
There's
sues.
probably like a sign.
I hope
in
it was
front
a
that's like,
bee.
yeah, these are wild animals.
If you watch someone be killed,
It's fine. You can't sue us.
I feel like I should sue my wife for that whole period story, right? Which is
That
more
did affect
traumatizing?
me.
Which is more? You were affected. He was
I
sweating in the
was
break.
more affected by that than the gator.
Yeah, I told Tom after. I go, hey, that was a good segment. He goes, I guess. He was scarred, like fucked up from the first segment.
All right, you got any more?
Yeah.
I have one more. It was
Yeah.
about. Did you guys already talk about William Shatner going to space and stuff like that?
Tom and I watched a little bit
I
of it
think
this
Nerd
morning.
Jock covered it slightly.
Well,
but not,
we watched a little bit of it. I didn't realize, first of all, that Shatner's so fatner.
yeah.
And he's 90, and he looks amazing
Yeah,
for
he looks
90.
great.
He
for
looks
90.
great.
But I want to like one thing that he said when he was up there. If you read his quotes and stuff like that, and I watched it, what he said, he's like, I looked up and I saw it was darkness and space and death. That's death. Is that what death is? It's death up there. I see death. And that's what he kept saying, like when he looked
Dumb
up.
old
He's
man.
like,
Crazy old
I
man.
was like, holy shit, when he said that, I was like,
all right,
oh
somebody
my
put
God.
some tape on his mouth.
I was like, holy shit.
He's ruining my whole space
But no
thing.
one
Coming in for a landing.
But no one really talks about it.
terrifying.
We brought you over here to market this, old man. Not to say you see death in the
Yeah, he
sky.
said he saw death.
I see death and AIDS and cancer. Shut up, old man.
Say your Star Trek shit.
Just do the V pussy with your hands and shut the fuck up.
Oh, but no one talked about it, so it freaked me out. So I wanted to see if you guys caught that.
Yeah.
We watched it. What's up with the feather on his back?
What do you mean?
Huh?
There's like all the suits. Is that the logo for this blue? What is this thing called?
The blue
Origin.
Blue
The
Origin.
blue
Is it a
rocket.
feather?
I believe
like-
so.
like
yeah.
the
What
space
a
jumpsuit?
horrible logo. A feather. A feather.
Crystal did bring up like she's
flying.
like, oh my God, he's 90 years old. Like that's impressive. Like my grandma's 91. I can't believe it. But I'm like, well,
go on
rich.
that.
but I'm like, all their
didn't
like
do
your
anything,
grandma
sat in
still
a chair.
drives. And, like your grandma could do this. Like all he did is sit down. Like if you're
Yeah.
able to walk.
down.
He pulled some G's probably going up, but that's about it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. If you're able to walk up to the rocket and sit down, you're good to ride.
Well, he could barely do that, though. He had to rock himself out of the Uber. He got out. Like, I saw that. He was like, ugh. He was like, 1, 2, and I'm out. Like it was very,
So
I had to do
how
that
lo-
back during our documentary days.
So now you get the standard, like you rock it up there, and then you're up there for what, a day and a half?
No, it's 7
Bro,
minutes.
they were up there for 11
and a
minutes.
half.
It was 11 minutes.
11 minutes.
Oh, that other crew was up there for like a day and a half.
Well,
Remember?
they were pondering death a lot longer.
No, that was the space station you're talking about, right? Or
well-
the different thing where you
No,
went up longer?
Remember, we watched the first
The girl
like,
who, like,
civilians.
survived cancer or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was it was like an Amazon show or some shit, and it was like the first civilian.
They were
crew.
up there for 3 days.
It was
Yeah.
3 days. But this is a different.
This is a
thing.
different thing.
But it's a different, same rocket though, right? Or
No.
different rocket. So okay, hold on. Bezos is called what?
Blue
Blue
Origin.
Origin.
It's the same company. different rocket.
Gotcha. And what's Zuckerberg's one called?
You don't have one.
No, we don't have. Oh,
There's
You're talking about
Richard
Elon.
Branson.
Elon.
Richard
SpaceX.
Branson
Oh,
has one.
SpaceX.
Oh, that guy too.
And then
all
Elon
the,
has
all the
one.
billionaires
Yeah.
got one.
Yeah.
What's Elon's one name?
SpaceX. He's
Okay.
dealing with SpaceX or whatever.
SpaceX is what you're talking about. They went up with.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
That's more like discovery and innovation. These other ones are just tourism.
So the standard tourism one is you're up there 7 minutes.
Correct.
You get
11
minutes. You get weightlessness, and then you
get to
re-enter.
see. Yeah, you look out the windows.
Richard Branson's is actually piloted by like some sort of pilot, and then the SpaceX or not the Blue Origin one is actually piloted from the ground. So it's all just there's no one in there. It's just the tourists in there. So
Do you
It's
think
like a ride.
Yeah, it's like a ride.
Do you think, because I've found this where if I'm in like a beautiful, unbelievable landscape scenario where like say I go to Colorado and there's like some we go to a mountain and we look out and I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then you look out and like about 2 minutes I'm like, I'll look at my phone. like, how long do you look out at the window? The entire 100% of the time, or do you ever just like, all right, what? Like,
man, I've done this before.
11
with
minutes,
landmarks and things that Andrea wants to see. You know, and it's like even when we were in Colorado, it's like, look at this view, and I'm standing there and I'm like, slowly get my phone out.
How much do you need to soak it in? That's all I'm saying.
2.5 minutes.
You don't look. You look out for 11 minutes straight.
No, you have like 5 minutes of looking, 6 minutes of flying around.
I don't think you fly around.
Well, you do more looking than
you're weightless.
You're talking to people,
Yeah,
right?
Floating around.
Do you wear a helmet at all or no?
I don't think so.
Only the special
I
people.
don't want to do it unless I get a helmet. I know that
You
sounds
don't
like a
wanna wear
baby. I know it sounds like a baby saying that, but I want a helmet.
Why do you want a helmet?
Because that's what a real astronaut would wear. If I'm not wearing a helmet, then I'm just a tourist, and I don't want to be a tourist. I want there to be an element of like fake danger. I want a helmet on that needs to provide oxygen to me. Or why am I going?
You should
right?
just go in a full spacesuit.
I mean, like, what's the difference in what he's sitting in and a plane? A couple thousand feet?
Yeah, it's just
It's like 30,000.
Yeah, but still, it's thousands of
Or
feet. It's not
more.
like a
It's like
billion
100,000.
feet. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, it's not. This is your old argument. It's not that much different.
So I guess
Take me up to 45,000 feet, right?
That-
like what some commercial airliners can do, 35,000.
So the astronauts that saw the Earth from a far away, where like you see the whole planet, like that's going to be the rarity, right? That'll be the small amount.
What the fuck was that? Oh my God.
You're turning into a bird.
Oh my God.
Fuck that one.
God damn it!
That was
Get
weird.
a hairball?
That was so weird.
so weird.
That was weird.
Some weird.
You had a fart attack.
That was a heart attack.
Did you just die?
Are you all right? Because you did like that. You were like, Sophie, get, like the fucking record was skipping.
God, it's kicking in.
The record was skipping.
Like the 80s. What's his name?
We gotta
Max?
get a break. You're listening to tall.
Max Headroom.
I tried to push
Max,
that. So I
thank
was
you.
like, maybe they won't notice that.
Well, it was violent.
All right, let's go to break.
All right, we will. Oh yeah, you need it. You had a full-on fart attack.
Damn it!
This is for Sam, brand new sincere engineer, Hurricane of Misery, which is your boat.
Gonna see them in a couple months.
We'll be back with more Mediocre Time right after this. Show at tomandan.com for last-minute emails. 1-844-TOMNDAN. That's like real punk rock. Their recording isn't going to be that great. They're not master musicians, but they got something to say and they want to scream at you. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Let's do some dump 'em out.
All right, buddy. It's the bit that never dies.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. Let's dump them out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottomics. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out. Dump 'em out.
Dump 'em out, brought to you by White Claw Surge.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
We're drinking some Surge right now.
160 calories in this one, but that's because it's 8% alcohol.
Yep. Try the White Claw Lime Surge with the White Claw regular lemon for a Sprite Plus.
Does anybody know
Sprite
how?
Plus.
Are we ever going to get Sprite Plus? Sounds lovely.
Yeah. That's 6.5%.
This is the blackberry. It's pretty damn tasty. The blackberry. I call it fancy grape. But does anybody know how the grams of carbs thing works? Because this only has 2 carbs, and I don't understand that.
I looked to
Don't you
Seth
understand?
for nutritional facts.
There's only 2 grams of
Like, there's 2 carbs in this.
Yeah.
Some have no carbs.
Yeah, but some have none.
Because it depends on what type of sugar alcohol.
But
you're
I'm just
using
saying that
to
8% with 2 carbs, that's good, right?
Well, yeah, it's real good.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to blow your
mean-
shoes off, but if you're still like a healthy boy,
Yeah.
B-O-Y or B-O-I.
It's just all how you react to the sugar, the type of substitute they're using in there.
Gotcha.
All right, Samantha, what do we got first?
No jobs at the car wash.
Oh, yeah, there's no jobs at the car wash.
They're not hiring?
They are. Okay,
Oh.
okay. It's weird. They are hiring, but
No employees.
no employees. But they did, and I witnessed this myself, and I made a note of writing this down. Getting my car washed early morning on a Sunday. One man, a young boy working. The tall guy, but he was the only guy drying. He's the dryer. Wipe interior down, check it, wipe your door jam, shut all of it. He's the guy that pulls the piece of paper off the window and says, and then you come up. This kid was working his balls off, and he was getting tipped out by these dumb old men. He was stripper type treatment. 20s were a-flying.
Yes.
Because he was the only guy. He was leaning into the, oh, poor me, I'm the only guy. I'm a hardworking American. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He knew
Was
that,
he scantily clad?
No, but these...
See, I would pay
But he was milking it, though.
He was milking it because he's older.
a hot guy in short shorts to wash my car.
Hey, I'm not faulting you for that. I would pay for that too, boys and girls. But I'm just saying right here with this kid, he knew his clientele. He was smart enough to know that these old timers respect people that have grit, respect people that do their job, whatever. So he was leaning into it and working so hard. And I saw 3 guys peel off 20s to him. He made $60 on 3 cars. I didn't have any money to tip, so I just let them take care of it. But I'm just saying that I witnessed a kid, like he knew that he'd be the only guy there. And then when I got in my car, I was like, hey, and he was like, yeah, that's pretty good, right? And I'm like, yeah, buddy, doing it.
I was picking up my glasses the other day, and I could tell, they gave me the text, like, your glasses are ready. So I show up, and they're like, oh, you picking up glasses? Go over here, sit down at the desk.
Can't read
and
it.
that gentleman will help you. And then I sit down, and then it was obvious it was this kid's, and I call him kid, he was in his 20s or something, but first day on the job, so he didn't know anything, but he also didn't give a fuck. Because you
gotta have that.
Well, I did the math where nowadays every company's just hiring whoever will come in because they have nobody else. So whoever applies for a job, they have to hire because there's nobody else.
Yeah.
And this guy, he didn't give a shit about wanting to learn and was lackadaisical, I sat there while he looked through a bundle of glasses to try to find mine, and after about 15 minutes, he lazily walked over to the receptionist.
Oh, and had her do it.
And then she was like, oh, they're in the drawer. He goes over there. He always I found one. I don't, And then I was just like, well, this is what we'll get.
Yeah,
because
for a while.
We have nobody.
Yeah.
There's nobody can hire anybody.
It took a little longer to get my car, but I was happy to witness this kid earning some extra money, so I just sat there. Plus, I didn't have any tip money, so I was kind of held hostage.
Yeah. These businesses have to do some shit.
Yep.
You pay more, do something, it's getting bad.
It will change.
Facebook Rayban Stories.
Yeah, I have Facebook stories. I bought them. I bought the glasses you can take videos on.
Oh yeah, where are they?
They're here. They're right here.
Okay.
Sorry, I
So
brought
what
it.
do they look like?
They just look like regular
I
glasses.
did see one video that you posted to TikTok, I believe, where you walked into one of the park bathrooms with it on, which could have been dangerous.
Yeah, it could have been dangerous. I was
Hold on,
I was beelining for the ladies' room, and there was a lady coming out, so she busted me. So I had to think quick on my feet. I went into the men's room, and then I wrote like a comedy skit around it. But I was originally going to go in there and just I was videoing some muff.
I like how people
Muff videos.
People went insane by the thought of someone that had transitioned to use their bathroom. You know what I'm saying? That whole
Right.
shit. And not a peep about glasses. Which seems to me worse, right?
Yeah,
They're like,
way worse.
100%.
Way worse.
what if a man, whatever the fucking argument is, which the dumbest shit, by the way, because
Yeah.
I was like, how would you ever know? Also, why would it, like, they're just going into a stall? Like, because there's always the person that transitioned to a woman using the woman's bathroom. I'm like, they go into a stall. Like, who gives it? Who knows? Like, what are you doing in there?
I pee right on the floor.
I don't. Anyway,
I go for the drains.
But
no, they're
never
cool, though.
cared about the glasses. The video glasses.
They're pretty neat. They're pretty cool. And what I've been using it with May, like on bike rides and stuff, and she really gets a kick out of them. Certainly more.
Do you just? Is it voice activated?
Yeah, you can voice it. You can just be like.
So you video now, and then it goes on to how
It stays on the glasses.
Can you transfer it?
Yeah, to your phone. It's
through a
one.
wire or through like
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Is it
everything-
kind of like a GoPro? Is it fisheye?
No, it's the square.
Okay.
You guys could try them out, but it's just a square. It's nothing impressive on the video side, but I will say the convenience is cool.
Yeah.
Of having them on, especially if you like cycling or stuff like that.
Yeah,
And I've always liked Wayfarers, so I figured I'd give them a spin. I wanted to get them in prescription. They said my insurance covered it a while ago, but then once it flew into Ray-Ban, I sent everything up there. They denied it. I'm like, well, don't lie to me.
This is
Assholes.
the beginning of like every single thing everywhere is going to be videotaped,
Having
right?
camera, yeah.
Like it's kind of like the Russians, their dash cams, like because of insurance.
Teslas
or
are
whatever.
doing it now.
Yeah, Teslas. They go build the video cameras inside the cars. They're so cheap and easy. Like
Yeah.
put them in the glasses, cars, whatever. And then when a police investigates something, there'll be video from every angle, from everywhere. I mean, we already have like that a little bit with cell phone cameras. Like everybody pulls out the camera, but if you're just constantly streaming or videoing everything.
Those run by battery? How do you charge those things?
Yeah, they're like USB. Here, I'll put them on.
Okay, so USB.
You
What's
can
the
hear
battery
'em.
life?
Pretty lousy, actually. Here, I'll put them on.
Yeah, they look like normal
They look
sunglasses.
like normal glasses, and then I think they're
Yeah,
connecting now.
you couldn't
just heard it
tell
go-
that there's a video camera. In
Wait,
those.
where's the in the center? Like,
Can you hear it beeping?
I heard it
I
on
heard
the
it
side.
first.
Okay, so if I go, let's say, Facebook. Hey, Facebook, take a video. There it goes, and it's filming you.
Will it stream on your Facebook Live?
Not yet, but I think that's where they're headed. I mean, I would imagine that's where they're
Yeah,
going.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Are those waterproof?
Oh, there's a light
waterproof
on when
or-
you're recording.
Oh, there's a giant
Yeah,
light
there
on
is a
there.
light.
Yes.
Now I could tell.
I rode in the rain with them and didn't have a problem. I mean, I guess I just use them normal glasses.
I was to
and-
see if I can take it on my boat.
yeah, absolutely, you could. Yeah.
He wants to borrow them.
I could film how.
Yeah, but they're pretty cool. I actually
Yeah,
like
the light gives it away. Though.
they're very minimalist. You know, like
Gives it away, you wanna be sneaky.
You wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, I guess some people put like little.
I dropped my keys.
They color it out. You know, some people. I guess if you really were videoing for Muff, if instead of you weren't joking about it like I was joking, if you were dead set on getting some candid Muff shots, you'd want to Sharpie out the lights to be a real shitbag.
You can't turn the light off?
I guess I could hack them. I'm sure I could do anything with them. Like if I gave them to my buddy Joe, and we just got a PC and started pulling this thing apart, I think I could probably do anything I want to with them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people will. But I was impressed. The build quality is great. The fit is great. They fit really good. I thought I was going to shit all over them. I can't. They're good for if you have a kid and you just want to be hands-free and do shit. All you do is tap the button and it starts recording. It's very easy, super minimalist. So I like them.
Is there going to be pushback? And there obviously wasn't like the Google glasses first came out or whatever. Because like think about.
I don't think those ran cameras on people. I think that was more an interface for you.
Do you remember in the 90s or
Remember
whatever?
this? Do you still have your Snapchat glasses?
Yeah, I collect glasses, so I never feel bad
Or
about having
Snapchat
them.
or what?
Yeah.
Was
I got
that
all-
We did have.
Yeah,
He had the
I got 'em.
Snapchat video glasses.
Yeah, I had
that we
all of
used
them.
at the old studio.
Now those were clunky.
Yeah, they were super clunky.
This is easy and they look good. You're like, they know. I've worn this for like the last 2 weeks and I haven't had anybody say, "Hey, those are the nobody."
Well, if Rayban threw their name on it, they were going to be go through all the checks.
Yeah.
Will people be uncomfortable? And this is my only reference. Like, remember when they used to have like the spy video camera in the pen or whatever it was?
They still have those.
I know. But I'm saying like when it first came out, you're like, oh my god, a video camera's that small, like. I remember. I'm talking about like the '90s when cameras started getting smaller and smaller, and they started coming out with spy cams, and then they started doing the Dateline.
I mean, I would do
and
all of
this
that.
shit.
I would do heads-up display. Like Juan even said, blade arms. I do blade arms. I do blade legs. I would do full-on hybrid robotic body right now if I could.
But if someone,
awesome,
if someone had the spy video camera pen in their pocket, and then you notice it and you saw that, would you feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
Like, why do you?
And
have
I would say
a video
something.
camera?
You know how I am. That's when I start chopping. You know, I thought about this too.
But it's the same as the glasses.
My
right?
chopping is not natural. You know what I am? I'm an activative chopper. I have to be activated by something. And once you've activated me, then I go crazy. It's like add water and I'll start chopping.
Because you don't want someone videotaping you without your knowledge.
We
right?
have a friend that
But
had
I
this
almost
happen.
assume that is happening most of the time anyway.
I don't give a shit anymore. Like, I don't care.
We're being listened to and
literally don't
filmed
care.
almost our entire lives
But
now.
you feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
though when someone has, like, if someone has a video camera out and just pointing it at you. Like, it would make you uncomfortable if you were sitting in a restaurant or like sitting at the studio.
Oh, I
whatever.
don't know why, but then I would be like, okay, go ahead. I don't give a shit.
Wait, I agree. Like, I don't give a shit either, but it is uncomfortable.
It is,
right?
yeah.
To people like who are like, why are you videotaping me? What are you like? And then
Have you ever said anything? I've only had
No.
one instance where I've said something.
well, no one's ever done that.
Someone's done that to you?
It was a news organization filming me walking with my daughter from school.
Oh, like just
And
for
I
generic.
don't
generic
like
discipline.
that. I get real mad, and then I start angry chirping at you.
Oh yeah, that's when you told them. Yeah.
I told them off. I don't like that. Parents have enough. I believe this is maybe my opinion. It's definitely my opinion. You may not agree with it, but I think the parents have enough to deal with without having to be accosted. If something happens at your school, let's say, and this happens a lot. Let's say it didn't happen at my particular school. I forget what they were doing. I think they were just doing first day with Corona. Oh, they were doing the mask debate. You know, some parents are like taking a stand and blah, blah, yeah, whatever. And they're videoing us. I was like, I don't want to be videoed. It's hard enough to be a parent without having you and your daughter or your daughter without permission being videoed as we're going in and out of school or you're stopping me. Get the fuck out of the way. We don't need you there. Go get some B-roll some other time. You standing out front of the school videoing parents and kids as they go in when they're dealing with something like if a teacher was a shitbag and they're having to deal with that, there's enough on their plate without you being there covering it with your stupid cameras and your dumb news stories. Get the fuck off property. You know, you don't need to do that. Sorry.
I'm just wondering how accepted it'll be socially once, I'm guessing, more and more cameras are built into your normal stuff, like your glasses.
Yeah, I don't think
your
it's going to be that
shoes.
big a deal. I think it's too
Sex
integrated
toys.
into
What?
our society.
What
now.
if you have a shoe camera? Like, that's
Well, it
weird.
started
Like,
with
why do you have that? Like, because it becomes like, what's your intention?
It started with
But again, those things already exist. You know what I mean? Like, there are already shoe cameras.
What was your intention with the Reef sandal bottle
If
opener?
people have bad intentions, they're going to find a way to do it anyway. It's already happening.
No, I know. I just
I did put these glasses on my boner and said, Facebook, take a video. And I was like, hey, you know.
Yeah, because then are you going to
They have them on sex. That's why I said sex toys. They have them on sex toys, like dildos and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Like
internal cameras.
I could
yeah,
put these on while I'm pumping Andrea and show you guys the video.
Well, like the
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back on board.
like that. Well, that brings up a good point.
The
because
period ruined it. That's all.
Hey, ruin it for you. Really ruin it for me.
Ruins my boner.
Like
nothing.
Like, what if the glasses you accidentally voice activate them on? Can they stream live?
No, not right now.
Well, I'm sure eventually when you get to stream live,
eventually they will do that. Yes.
A lot of people are going to be caught saying things they shouldn't say,
100%.
or like, you know,
It's
I mean,
gonna
that
be
already
awesome.
happens.
Does it vibrate when it goes live? Could someone from across the room activate your glasses without you knowing, and then you start recording something?
No,
without
sound
you knowing?
only.
Hackers.
Sound only, but I don't need anything near me. Like I think I could put them on Tom. Like, I could hand them to you if you were a complete dum-dum and go like, here, put your glasses on. And then you go home and I'm like, whatever you do, don't take them off. And then you're there and you start pumping your wife and then you hit the
light comes on you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could do that. Man, you're fucking weird. Like, you got some sadistic shit in your brain.
Let me ask you
Questions,
this.
man.
Are we too obsessed with video
Yes.
to the point where I feel like there's been a lot of times in my life people have wanted to bring like GoPros and like videotape certain scenarios where I'm like, you're never going to watch that back. Like, what?
Yeah, they barely watch these back.
My sister will bring, like, she got a GoPro to ride her four-wheeler, right? She's like, she offers, like, you want to mount this on your helmet so you could videotape yourself riding? I'm like, why would I want them? Like, I'm never going to, like, turn it on? And,
well, that was like me in a
and
wedding
I'm
video.
never looking back.
You do like a little time loop. We put it on my boat for the first time out my boat. We put the GoPro in the front. We turn it around when we're pulling, the tube and stuff like that. Then we condensed it into like a 2-minute fast video on how.
Yeah, but his point is he's never going to watch that again. It's kind of like me with a wedding video. No offense to wedding videos, but I'm not the type of guy that'll go home and be like, you know what? I'm going to watch my wedding video. Like, I'm not that guy.
But you'll never catch those dad fails for your drinking videos or whatever it is.
That's true. You got to have them running. You got to
always
run
be
it to
running.
get the good footage.
So you just videotape everything until
Yeah.
you catch something good?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that. It's too much of a pain in the
That's
ass.
what old what's-his-name did in the Lyndon B. Johnson. He audio-taped everything.
I guess if
Hager Slacks, get him right in the what was it?
You know what? Maybe I'll
bung
go
hole.
because there are some people like some of the really good documentaries, especially like the some cult ones and some other ones where like you have so much footage because they hired some company or internally did it themselves.
Val Kilmer one.
Where they Val Kilmer, where they videotaped everything for such a long amount of time that they were able to come out with a really cool documentary because they had such a vault of footage, so maybe it is like if you just videotape everything, you're like your whole life or whatever.
Oh, there was a whole
docuseries.
Punky Brewster.
You're gonna go back
Yeah,
and
she did too.
Well, there was a movie that actually did this where they made the movie for like 15 years and caught like the boy growing up. Like it took 15 years to make the
Boyhood,
movie.
yeah.
I've been taking a picture of every bowel movement I've made since I was 11 years old.
I do have a good couple months of that for real.
Taking pictures
That's
of
why
their
you have
poop.
I have like a whole month.
You need to put it in like we all know
those.
those guys, right? They were like it was always like a BuzzFeed article where it'd be like a guy who took a picture of himself every morning for like 20 years. Mm-hmm. And then they put that up there, and there's like, and then I'm like, is that guy's life work? Is that his life work? Is that what he's hanging his hat on?
yeah, that's all you got. A picture of you slowly getting older.
You're dying.
And we're like, well, it's not even that interesting. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
A guy gets older a little bit at a time.
Hey,
and
8 years with Jerry. All right.
Like, I kind of figured that would happen.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but every time I see these things, I am impressed initially. I'm like, this motherfucker did this for thousands of days. Thousands of days.
Yeah,
and
every
then,
day at 3
I'm kind of like, nah, I expected you to look way different. Like, it would have been better had you been burned.
Lost an arm.
Or you turned
Thank
into
you.
a fly, something
Yes.
better than you just turned into an old man. Like,
Yeah, or the one that I saw.
it's like I knew that was gonna happen.
The new one I saw, and it's totally barfo. Is that the guy goes on, and it's like year 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just him getting older. Flannel shirt, long hair, beard, no beard. You see that he's getting older and older. But then you see a girl move in, and then you see him take the last
then
picture.
you see a smile just fade from his face.
But no, it's the difference. It's all fake. It's like he's smiling, she's smiling, and then the last picture is them taking their final photo in their wedding outfit. And I'm like, well, I think you planned this from day one, or maybe it's fake.
Yeah, no, that's something they plan. They do that with baby photos too, where my wife fell into this. I'm sure.
Oh, a
Andrea
picture
did it, too.
every day for
Yeah, and then
fuck that shit.
And then the day before you give birth, and the last one is you holding the baby up. Like, not that impressive, right? It's like
unless it's like a tragedy, then it's like, ooh.
Andrea had to talk
the
me
last
out
picture
of
is
the
just
last picture.
there's no baby.
It's like a baby.
Everybody was
baby coffin.
waiting for us to like do a social media announcement when Maisie was born, and Andrea had to talk me out of doing. Well, I just wanted to write, "They're both alive." I thought that'd be fun because that's the way it would have been in the pioneer days.
Yeah.
Well, Mama, she lived through it. She was biting on that hickory stick real bad. Real bad.
Right. Next, what?
Urologist visit.
Oh, I went to the urologist, and this is more of a like a good thing. My friend maybe your friend, Drew Garabo, diagnosed with stage 2
that sucks.
Cancer in his balls, and he had to have one of his balls removed. He's been talking about this. Is why I'm throwing it out there. I had my yearly scheduled. It just was a coincidence. It came up at the same time. I talked to him about it, reached out to him. He's doing fine. He's in chemotherapy now, and it seems as if things are going really well for him. So my heart and some love goes out to him from our show. But I went and got my deal checked, and I know it can be scary. And I'm going to tell a story of something that can be scary just so you guys know. There is a lump on my left side of my scrotum. There's a lump over there.
Is it the vein ball?
It's the vein ball.
Oh, that's always been there.
But do you have one of those too?
Yeah, I got the vein ball.
But it's getting larger. Primarily, they're on the left-hand side. But guys, you need to get this shit checked because sometimes you can be rooting around down there, feel something, and it can be absolutely nothing, but you still need to get some peace of mind. So go to your urologist. It takes all of 1 minute. The guy's going to stick a finger in your ass, check your prostate, the whole
What?
thing. No big deal. Easy breezy. It's better than dying.
Better make it too.
Better than dying.
I feel the lumps.
You've done it, right? Multiple times.
Like a month ago, and then six
That's
months
too
ago.
That's
and
too
then
much. That's too much, man. You're not supposed to do that. I got to do my PSA
That's why you get
test.
The very first one,
Hold on.
I had a lipoma in my nutsack, and it was just a lipoma. I thought it was a.
Mine's called like a
But it was a-
vercase, it's just a varicose vein on the left side. It's just an
Varicocele.
Yeah,
a
sounds like-
varicocele. Yeah,
sounds like
thank
a-
you.
Why do I know that?
like an
Whatever
old
the fuck
ball,
it is.
bro.
Well, you used to work in the medical field. I don't know.
Seth had like an
nothing.
old dog lump on his ball. like,
It's a lipoma. It's a fatty.
It's a
I have
fatty
one
You
here.
had a
tumor.
fatty? Ew,
I have one here,
that's
too.
gross. My shit's from use. I've been slapping balls all over this town.
that-
But
hold
your
on,
shit,
that
fatty.
didn't
You
fly
got
me
fatty
right, too.
balls?
I got one there too.
You got fatty balls?
I got fatty on.
I like how you know where all the lumps are.
He's a lumpy dog.
I seriously,
He's the lump lord.
I seriously feel lumps, and I'm like, holy shit! What? How'd that get so big? And then I'll feel lumps in my balls. But don't think about it. That's my first thought. It's not go to the doctor. I'm like, don't think about it, because I'm too lazy to I call the fucking doctor.
No, I
or
called
like,
him.
Exactly the opposite of
worry
what
about
Dan's
it.
telling you to do.
I called
I
it,
know,
man.
yeah.
Let me just tell you, I was leaking so much lube out of my ass all night long, man. All night. I had to change the sheets. I was leaking lube out of my ass all night.
Was it
He
a
must have-
hypochondria thing like Seth? Like
No, this is my yearly. It's that time. I'm 45 now, so it's like you get it.
You have yearlies. I have quarterlies.
don't they start that in the 50s?
Yeah, 50. My doctor
No,
did.
if you suffer
Oh.
from prostatitis, which I do, you got to go a little more. And I had a flare up.
My gastroenterologist goes, "Don't come back here till you're 50." He was like yelling at me, telling me not to come back.
You're here every day.
He's like, "Don't come back." Till
Oh,
you're 50."
you
He's like, "I'll see you when you're 50."
goddamn.
I'm like,
I have
"Fuck,
carpal
that's 8 years."
I wish you'd get killed in Squid Game.
I have carpal tunnel in my fingers. I'm a finger in your ass. Next story.
I know your ass better than I know my wife's pussy.
Driving to other states, and then we have Georgia next
Yeah,
to it.
I wrote that down. That's a high thought. We don't get to luck out like other people. If you live on the border of a cool state, then you can jump over into other states and go to other cool cities. And we don't get to do that because we got all stinky Georgia above us. That's the only place we could go. And yes,
Louisiana or Alabama.
Yeah, but
we got the Bahamas.
we don't have much.
Yeah, we got the
we
Bahamas.
We're also, if you're in Orlando, you're dead ass in the middle. So
Right.
it's far either way you go.
Can't. So I just wrote that down.
But
because
we are
We got
only
Tampa.
45 minutes away from the beach everywhere you go.
I was
so-
watching some movie and the kids were like, "Hey, well, we're gonna drive up to Cleveland." All the
Yeah.
kids, they're like, "Hey, we're gonna scoot over to Chicago." And I'm like, we don't get to do any of that shit.
Oh, we get to go to Miami. We get to go to Tampa.
Nobody goes to Miami.
Miami is a different state, actually.
It's so far away.
Pretty much.
But none of my friends are that.
Tampa's
Like,
a
the
different
Conch
feel.
Republic.
Everything's a different feel than Orlando. Tampa's a different feel, obviously, than here.
But it's all draped in Florida. Like it's
Yeah,
not
I got
something.
the draping is there. Yeah, he's right.
You're like you're down in Miami. You're like,
Yeah.
this is Spanish Florida. That's all the difference.
Old Florida, Spanish Florida, black
what-
Florida, white Florida, red
Andrea's
Florida.
presentation.
Oh, Andrea did a presentation. She did 2 presentations. And
Presentation of who?
for college kids. I guess she's in a program to. This will make you sick. She's in some program to.
How much time does she have? Like,
I don't know. I don't talk
it's
to her.
insane.
So she's in some program to,
Well, she lets her kids go do other activities
That's
so
true.
that she can
That
go do
is
stuff.
that is true. She dumps them all the line.
Yeah.
They're the soccer and clay and
Dance
cook
and
and dance.
charcuterie.
The kids are always home. Like, every time I get home, they're always there.
You're always here.
This is gonna be you at like 75. You're gonna be like, that's still here.
Also, I'm shitting in the bathroom the other day, and then I see the lock on the door turn.
I used to do that to my dad.
Because Max knows how to do it.
He knows how to do it.
And I'm like,
That's terrifying.
I'm in here.
They know. They know you're in there.
And he opens the door and he's like, ew. That's all he says.
That's awesome.
And then I'm like, get the hell out of here. What? I'm like,
He broke into insult.
I'm
you.
vulnerable.
He broke into bully you.
I like that.
And then he said, when are you going to be done? I'm like, just give me a second. And then he opens it again. Then he leaves it unlocked. And I'm like, God damn it. Anyway.
Maisie will crank the
So
door.
you know what they're doing, though. 'Cause I
Yeah.
remember doing that to my dad. I caught him smoking his bong all the time.
Yeah, Maisie will crank the door open, and I'm on the toilet.
He's like, I'm taking my ulcer medicine. Get out of here.
My
ulcer medicine.
That's what he called. I told
That's
you.
still bong
He was taking bong hits, and I didn't know what it was at the time. And he's like, I'm taking my ulcer medicine. Get the hell out of here. And I'd laugh and slam the door shut. And,
Oh, that's an aggressive. Yeah, full bong.
oh,
But usually,
I think me and Seth's childhood is a little more alike than I'd like to believe.
Yeah,
usually you go in the bathroom and take a one-hitter or something.
Gravity bong, baby.
That's what Maisie does. She'll
Big ass
open the
bong.
door. I'll be on the toilet shitting, but also hitting my toothpin. So I'll have to put the toothpin down, and then I'll have to be like, because it's in my mouth. I don't want to blow it. She doesn't know. And I'm like, and I'll just like push her out and then have to slam the door, shut it, and then.
That's insane.
What else we got?
Don't have to worry about any
But
of that
anyway,
shit.
we didn't even talk about the
I just
presentation.
want to shit on her a little bit because she deserves it. She gave 2 presentations to kids at UCF, and both presentations, the kids both said she had a, quote, cool vibe. So now she's been walking around, and like she's like, that's the second time this week that I had young people tell me I have a cool vibe. I'm like, oh, my God.
They're trolling her,
This
bro.
sounds like a little bit of crockiness here. What's going on?
That's what I think.
Yeah. That's what people
Yeah.
think. Like I said,
Passive aggressive.
So when your grandpa wears and one shorts,
Yeah,
and you're like,
I agree.
Cool shorts.
100% agree. Okay, good.
But what did she give a presentation about? Radio? Or
No,
something?
she does this thing. What are the?
Periods.
It's like a style. No, it's
To college kids?
no. It was like
A little late.
she had to like present to them about like what her job entails, what she does.
I don't even know what she does.
Yeah, I don't either. So
I should have attended this.
yeah, I mean.
Signs from loved ones meme.
Oh, have you seen this meme? That
One meme a month, Dan.
It came up. Yeah, this is my one. It came up on the old on the Peloton group.
Okay.
There's a Peloton group that you can like belong to. Let me see if I can open this with Chrome so you guys can see it. Here, I'm going to open it up. But anyway, here it is. It says, signs from your loved ones.
So like passed on loved ones.
Yeah, loved ones that have passed. And it has 10 examples of signs from your loved ones. Number 1 is lingering birds, butterflies, dragonflies, atypical animal or pet behaviors. Number 2 is coins, feathers, special stones in your path. Number 3, displaced objects in your home or personal space. Number 4,
I displaced my own object, and you know what?
Yeah.
That's a sign.
Number
for my
4,
loved one.
songs playing repetitively, repetitive or coincident. It puts coincidences in there. So basically, this list of signs from your dead loved ones will continue: orbs, shapes, shadows, familiar scents, perfumes, tobacco, foods.
So
dreams,
anything.
Anything.
Yeah,
That's my point.
so anything.
Messages,
Awkward boners.
dreams, flickering lights, electricity, sudden energy, temp shifts.
Unexplainable breezes.
And drafts. This
Jesus
is in the
Christ.
Peloton
You know
group.
what? That breeze was unexplainable.
Okay, so this lady in the Peloton group,
the guy next to
basically-
you just farted.
Pop.
This lady said that her cousin had died or whatever. She's very upset. She did her 500th ride. She was like, congratulations. Somebody put this up there and said, you need to be on the lookout for stuff like this because they may be trying to communicate. This is the problem, right? This is the problem.
My sign for my pop-up was Gruden's second email. That sounds like
Pop shining through.
Yeah, there he is.
That's coming from heaven.
I hear you loud and clear.
Should it be coming from heaven? I don't know.
Transition received.
What else we got?
Little sweater disorder.
Oh, and then Maisie inherited my wife's little sweater disorder. I got her pictures for this year's
She looks like a little librarian.
school photo.
Yeah.
She's wearing
She
a
is,
tiny half sweater like her mom. Andrea and Maisie wear these tiny sweaters that don't do anything.
When you say
Yes,
belly
Like
sweater?
a crop
Like
top sweater.
Like it's like right. It only covers their titties, and it's like half a sleeve. It's like
Yeah.
a little.
Allowed to wear that?
It's like a tiny vest.
yeah, knitted vest.
Yeah, like a little power jack at her. So I don't know what the fuck it is.
Every time I talk to Maisie, he's like, "Oh my God, my sons are weak."
No.
Because
Andrea's just strong. Andrea's like a man.
I'll hold Tommy. He's long, like a long string bean.
I love him.
And then I'm like, "You're my little baby." I'll rock him back, and then he's like, "I'm your baby."
He agrees.
And then I don't want him to grow up. And then I see how responsible Maisie is, and then other
do
kids.
you want
Jesus,
them to
can you
grow
get
up
him
or
into my
not?
gym, please?
I mean, they don't want to go. I tell
I don't
them.
care. You don't make it up to them. You make it up to you, dude.
That's what everybody says, but I'm like, do I just drop them off at the screen?
Yes.
I'm like, take
and
off.
Don't even tell them where you're
I
going.
told two parents to do that, and that kid was crying on the window, looking at her leave him. I grabbed him by the gi, and I gently pulled him to the mat. I'm like, we're gonna do karate right now. Let's do karate. Let's focus. We got this. Like, don't worry, they're gonna be back for you in an hour. We're gonna have fun while they're gone. Blah 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 blah. And they stopped crying. They went on the mat, and it was hard. They looked a couple times, and they were looking for him.
Yeah.
But then I just kept
Lesson
them
learned.
going.
Yeah, that
kept
is
them going,
true.
Kept
That
them
is
going.
true.
Well, did they come back?
Yeah, they came back. Yeah, he's there now. He's like one of the ones
There
that
you
like
go.
did a total 180. Like
It
flip
is
this
more
kid.
you, right? Like you don't want to do it.
I do,
I
but
mean, I
I
need
feel
you-
like it seems like just
He wants to give them the choice, and of course, their choice is always not to do it, right?
But there
Their
are a
choice
lot
is
of
to
parents.
stay
Look,
home and
man,
play
I
games.
don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not going to sit here and purport to know what I'm doing. But there are parents that do believe that you know, if they don't want to do it, then absolutely don't make them force them into doing
But
something.
they might actually like it
I
if
was
they tried
begging to not go to karate. I remember vividly in my mind, crying in the back seat. My dad looked at me saying, "You're going to karate. You're doing it." I was like, I was begging.
Going to my
crying.
bong swap.
No. I was in the dojo, looked at my sensei, that I have now, crying. I'd say I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do it, and then he just kept forcing me for like month, and then I finally fell in love with it. So like, all kids are gonna hate some things at first. You just gotta
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, look at this guy
And
giving
look-
sound
yeah,
advice.
yeah, and look at you now. I'm not rather.
Yeah, look at me now, outvoting you. Fucking
Yeah,
Hot girlfriend, multiple businesses,
Fatty lumps.
$1 million house.
partying for Halloween instead of going around with little kids.
I do pee my pants a little bit, but that's about it.
Well, so does he. I mean,
We all do, except for Sam.
It's the dying alone part that gets
Oh.
me.
again, we all die alone, so it doesn't
No
matter.
love.
Your
Ultimately,
kids
we
are gonna grow up and forget all about you, Tom.
Oh no, that's the worst thing you could tell him.
Well, yeah. When you grow out of the ability to get a young girlfriend,
When does that end?
That never happened. You see these old guys with young girls. It never
True.
happens.
You gotta have
but
money
it's
though.
fine.
You gotta keep that money
They
going.
kept that.
I don't think these guys
Yeah.
get two boats, new boats in 1 year.
Look at the Wolf of Wall Street's wife now. Not as good.
She's a real wolf.
Actual.
Oh, do you want to pull up Tom's Cherokee heritage?
I don't even know if I can get this to work. I'll try.
Hold on. This is the only shred of hope that I have that I may, like those goddamn genetic tests may be wrong. And then my Pop-Up's private investigator that he hired and to write a report was wrong as well. And that I could be Cherokee Indian. Because where was this at, Samantha?
I don't know. Butler showed it to us.
You emailed it to me, right?
Yeah,
on the
emailed the
BDM
show
page?
and
I don't know where it
Dan.
came from.
Okay, let me see. What
Where
time
did
do
it
you-
originate from?
I saw
There
it on
is.
the
I
BDM
got it,
page.
I got it.
So this was on the BDM page.
Exploring your Cherokee ancestry.
And I questioned, I was like, did they like fuck with this? Is this photoshopped? And then Butler said no, but now that I think about it, he has no fucking idea.
No, that's not Photoshop.
But this is exploring your Cherokee ancestry, and there's a picture of an old man in the
I
back.
have to go to this one.
Then
so
like
you
a
can see
really,
But was it written by a white dude that just thought that he also was Cherokee? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Well, yeah, the guy's name's-
Thomas Edison, Dracula, and
Thomas
you.
G. Massey.
there is a cigar store Indian in the background. So
Yeah, so I don't
maybe some
know.
racist-
There's the guy. I got him up.
Thomas
Maybe
G. Mooney. Who's this guy?
This could have been old Tom Van just drew himself on the picture.
It's like that thing in the old history textbooks when you open up like the ancient Egyptians
It's
and
all
then it's a
white
white
guys.
dude
Yeah.
and it's like that's
This
not
could be
accurate.
white
like-
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like blonde Jesus at my church.
Yeah.
He looked like Spicoli from
So-
Fast Times
So
at Ridgemont
whatever.
High.
But anyway, the picture on here, is it on Twitch right now?
I don't know that that's
Yeah, it's
historically
on.
accurate,
It's
Tom.
on.
I'm just saying, it's on the internet.
That does look like it.
And
All
then
right, Pop.
there's a drawing of a person
Of
that
you.
looks
It looks exactly like
eerily
you.
Even with
me.
your hair right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And-
guy's got your hair. He even parts it on the right side.
It's even got your like chemotherapy ferret hair on your face.
Oh.
Yeah. Like he can't grow a beard or whatever. Like, so I'm just saying that there's this picture floating around the internet, and
It's pretty damn good, man.
Science.
I mean, it's something, right? Right?
No.
I mean, there's a
It's
picture.
nothing.
It's the
And
drawing.
some guy drew something.
Yeah, but
The
why
chat
does it
room
look
says
like
they're
me?
all convinced.
Yep.
This is all we need nowadays, right? It's something. There's a shred of
Now,
hope.
there was a picture. Now, this is the second time. I think you'll remember this. Do you remember the time you and I, when we first found out about the Great Cherokee Indian lie, you and I were like, before it became a joke, he was pissed. You know, like there was an I'm being serious. I'm being serious. If you don't want me
I was
to
like,
talk
I'll play it
about
up for the show, but I still think
there's a little bit of that because once you've
God damn it.
once you've had like a story like that running in your family for generations, like it's got to be
It was
jarring.
a long con.
Yeah. So I remember you and I looked this up, and there was a photo, not a drawing, but there was do you remember the photo we found of an Indian man or a Native American man? And we looked at him and we're like,
it may have been this one.
No. It was a photo, not a drawing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we're like, oh, look at that guy. And the guy's name was like, I don't know, Jebediah Chisholm or something. Like, we're like, that's you.
Yeah, and it did look
It
like
looked
you were
like you.
Although I look like a lot of white people. It turns out a lot of white people.
And when I
look
get
the
wet in
same.
the rain, I smell like onions. And all my black friends told me that white people smell like onions when they get wet.
Look up
It's a fact.
Confederate Brigadier General Stand Wattie, W-A-T-I-E. That is Tom when he is
Don't
in his
look
80s.
up Confederate General.
This is
Stan
Tom.
Wattie.
I'm telling you. This looks just like Tom if he's 80 years old.
Well, I'm more like the Cherokee Indian, more or less of the Confederate soldier.
It's Stand, S-T-A-N-D. That's the first name, and W-A-T-I-E is the last name. The only American Indian to reach the rank of general in the Civil War on either side. Look at him.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's definitely him. Yep.
Look at that face.
Hold on, that's a big fat. That doesn't look like me, you bitch. You fucking bitch. That's a big fat Ben Franklin.
Yeah, that's a fat Ben.
Yeah, the other guy was good looking. That was me. This guy's not me.
That's old man Tom Bannon.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Old man
That's
Tom
a big
Bannon.
fat.
It's remarkable. It's absolutely
fat.
remarkable.
No. There's nothing. Looks nothing like it.
Looks like my old wrestling coach.
Look, he's Cherokee.
Um.
That's your heritage, bro.
I like it. That's great.
Squid Game translation. Have you guys watched Squid Game?
Yes.
No,
First
not yet.
episode. I need to continue, though.
So, I'm too dumb.
I only did the first one, and then I'm like, I don't want to see anybody else get killed. I want to see something light.
Like,
Yeah, too sensitive for it. It's not your thing.
Yeah, it's just like, I like it, but I wish that they just, I wish it were more like to your imagination. It's just like, I'm just seeing everybody get their head blown out.
oh yeah, you see a lot of that.
You need a home shopping network flying some fake planes.
Well, no, I want the story. I just don't want it's just gratuitous.
So, I'm watching Squid Game, and I don't do the closed captioning or whatever.
Right.
I do the dubbing because I'm dumb, don't want to read. And so I'm watching it, and I'm only 2 episodes in. But continually, I have a problem understanding how much the money they're talking about is in like U.S. dollars, right?
Do you know what it is?
Well,
it's okay.
And then I thought to myself, well, if they're already dubbing in the English, which is weird, by the way, too, because they just use English people with not Asian accents.
No.
Which is, and then like the Indian guy, this Korean,
That'd be racist.
they use an Indian accent guy. And then I'm like,
Oh,
and it's-
really?
Do you want a fun?
yeah.
Do you want a fun fact on that?
But
That
then
is
I'm like,
kind of odd.
Did you know that's Kamal from the Jerky Boys?
Shut up.
Damn.
I halfway believed you. I was like,
so
If I got one person,
so
I
then-
did my job.
I didn't
Like,
know
it-
that was a white guy. I forgot.
when they were like, oh, this
That's Johnny B. Or
what's the Korean currency? Is it won?
Won.
So
Juan.
So they're like 2 million won.
Dongs.
And then I'm like, well, how much is that? Is that a shit ton or a little bit? Like, I don't. And then like it affected the plot of the story.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give anything away, but like there was a point where like I needed to know how much that was in American dollars so I can understand. I was like, is that asking for a shit ton or not that much? And then I found out it was $1,900, and then it all made sense. The whole story made more sense. I was like,
they should have done that. Yeah,
just dub in
I agree.
the American dollar amount, and there's be like $1,900.
That's visual. You can't do that because it was tacked across the screen.
Yeah,
you can't dub in that.
Well, you're dubbing in like you're not even using the exact translation, right? We've determined that you're kind of broadly
you're paraphrasing.
But does the money amount really? I mean, you know that it's a lot just in his.
No, I wanted to know too, but that's why I just Googled it. I paused it, Googled it, and then I knew.
I see what Tom's saying.
Yeah, but he's saying he doesn't want to have to Google it.
Well, because I want to how much money's in the ball. Like people are willing to die for it. Like
I'm with him.
I
want to
be able to
know
how
it's
much.
a substantial amount to justify the level of
There's
death.
no way to do that because it was visually done through their filming, and you can't dub that over. Talking wise, you can say it, but then it won't match what it says up on the screen.
They could have just as easily gone in and changed that though with special effects, right?
Because it's
we
like
live in a time when you can animate anything.
The fact that they only paid the girl that the phone number was displayed $800.
They got rid of that though. They took the phone number out.
The guy's tipping is like $1,000 bill, and I'm like, well, how much is it? Like, it's like, oh my god, he tipped her a lot, or just like a regular tip? I don't know. I need to know
what you're asking for, though. You get a lot in books, and what I mean by that, especially in really nerdy books, if you're reading something where they want you to get into it, but they also don't want you to be frustrated by the lack of knowledge. They will do they'll do like footnotes and little things in the book, like, and I like that. Like, so if you were reading Squid Game, it's believable to me. I don't know if they've done this or not. I'm just assuming that they could put an asterisk by that or some sort of marking, and then at the bottom they would tell you to make it a better story. It's just very difficult to do that in a movie
without the reference of how much that value is. Then it's weird to the plot because you need to know like how much
what they're dying for.
Yeah, or
I can see that.
See, you said that, and like to me, I was like, it wouldn't move the needle for me. I wouldn't care. All it is for me, I would just be like, okay, well, it's for money. I wouldn't care how much it's for.
Right,
that's interesting because
that's obviously a lot. Yes, that's,
yeah.
I'm with
I wouldn't even think twice. I would just.
It's hard to get him to believe though that you would ever be in so much financial ruin that you would like put your life on the line, right?
Well,
which is why you need it.
I need to know.
I'm with you on
because
this
because
I wouldn't do it. Like, there's no amount of money I could be indebted to, even with my family, where I'm going to try to kill myself or find some.
Risk your life.
I'm not going to do that.
Or death.
That's not me. But so in order to get me on board, you need to give me the number. I'm with you on this.
And throughout the whole movie, because it's all in Korea, like there's other points where there's like debts and all this money like talk, and I don't know how much it is. So it makes a difference. Like, how much are you in debt? Because when you say the number, I'm like, I think that's a shit ton. But then, like, I need to know, so I constantly, like, I had to look up the.
Because if I looked at it and the guy is fighting for, like, if his old lady, his mom needs some sort of thing, right? And he's fighting to do the thing, and then they're like, how much are you in debt? If it was like $40,000, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Get the hell out of there.
Well, you
can work for that. We'll get you on payments.
Is that worth your life? Or like there was a point where they're like, I need 2 million won, and I was like, well, what? Is that like an insane amount to loan someone or whatever? Then I found it was $1,900, and I was like, all right, makes sense. Like, right. And then it was all like smooth sailing.
But the total amount, I don't know if you want to give it or not, but in American dollars, it wasn't worth doing all that for the amount. The total amount.
It was like $3 million.
38 million.
Oh, 38? Oh, it's more than. Are you sure it's that 38 million?
Yeah, 38 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
In the chat are saying that too.
38 million.
I mean,
that's still a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but to go through, it has to be over 100 for me to do that. I would do it.
Yeah, but there's more to it. You got to link yourself in there. You've also signed away all your right. I mean, there's more to it, but I see what you're saying.
Easy to say with a boat and a hot girlfriend in a mansion. Like when you have shit.
I mean, you would be watching Squid Game. You would not be participating. You'd be watching it from your boat.
For the right amount, I would.
You and Tracy would be watching people get killed.
I've been at a point in my life where I've contemplated cutting my leg off for $4 million, even though I don't think I would have actually gotten it. But I did.
I tried to get on that.
Remember that? Well, then there's not a fucking amount of money.
That was different. I wasn't in the same financial. I still would probably do it. But from my knee down, I still would for $4 million.
Yeah. So like there are money amounts that you start asking. It's like the theoretical question: what amount of money will you do this for? What amount of money will you risk your life for? Like. What amount of money would you do a life or death karate tournament where you fought?
Are we going to set this up?
Fought to the death.
I can set this up.
But like amateur like guys that were a little bit below, so you have a little bit of an edge, and you're
Then
confident.
you're still gonna end up. Even if you win, the trauma of murdering somebody,
Well,
right?
how much money?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's the price have to be in a life or death karate tournament?
Just didn't fight like 4 or 5 people?
Yeah, like say 5
Like
other
Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah, you fight to the death.
And I know I have an advantage. Like I'm like I could probably beat this guy. He's a dad.
They're also pretty good too.
I mean, they're amateur. Like they
Billy Blanks, Tybo.
Ooh.
Oh, he's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you
Like
people that have legitimate
You fight
credentials.
Steven Seagal now.
85-year-old Chuck Norris.
Done.
Old man Chuck Norris.
Yeah, that's easy.
Baker Mayfield.
And Butterbean.
And Chris Pontius from Jackass.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a fucking good
And you have
list.
to fight him to the death.
I like Chris Pontius.
That's a
gotta kill
good.
him.
Yeah. Oh man, you conflicted it, and you got me with the Pontius one because everybody
there's
likes that guy.
There's a $8 million prize purse at the
Oh
end.
yeah, definitely. I was thinking of doing it for like $100,000.
You're gonna kill Chris Pontius for $100,000?
Yeah.
Anyway.
If I don't get in trouble, yeah.
We'll end with the new Home Alone.
I didn't even know about
Oh,
this. I
God.
heard Sam
I was
and
actually gonna
Butler
do a
told me
story on
about
it.
it.
Butler kicking it around.
Now, I will say immediately we all said, "Oh God,
Yes.
why are they redoing it? You can't mess with the original Home Alone." And then we watched the trailer. And we're like, "Oh, fine, it's good." Like I'll
thought
show
the
my
trailer
sons.
was good.
It's called Home Sweet Home Alone.
Now-
It's slightly different, but
Nice.
basic same plot, right?
This is my daughter's favorite movie.
My
It is
sons
not
love
a
it.
Christmas movie. It is an every month movie. Like it's her favorite. Like
The original Home Alone.
I know your boys are addicted to it too. If it's on, they're
Well,
watching it, right?
They don't watch the same one over and over.
No,
we
but I
don't
mean,
have
like if it were on,
we don't have
they'd probably
cable
watch
TV,
it, right?
so it's
Oh,
like
you don't
have
get the Christmas rush of Home Alone.
everything's on demand. So it's like they have to choose to watch anything.
Oh, right.
'Cause we're in
Yeah, if this
2021.
is on or just rolling, I mean, I deserve that, I guess. Although I can get all football games without no interruption. I've
I
noticed
got that too.
I've noticed that at your house, if it rains, it's real
No,
fuzzy and the
no.
internet connection's on.
I got the two.
But yeah, she loves it. She'll watch it like once a month. I think because of the violence
So-
of the wet bandits.
This has always bothered me, and this is why I'm insane. The kind of like the money thing. It bothered me in the first Home Alone, and I brought this up the last time I watched it with my sons. Of why?
Did you bring it up in front of your sons like an asshole?
No, I
Okay.
brought it, but this is not, it doesn't.
Let them enjoy it, Tom.
I was just like, why? Like, what's stopping them from calling some neighbor or friend in their
They
town?
called the police station.
And in the first one,
Yes.
Yeah,
and
the cops go by there.
And then, but then they left.
Yeah, because they were like, everything looks fine.
Hey, they look pretty good, eh?
It was unbelievable. Like the parents saying, "My kid's at home." Like there's a missing child at this point, right? Like your child's missing. Like
Yeah, but to be truthful, it's that snarky lady from that gay show that everybody likes.
so. And then I know that like
I'm joking.
they played in a
Shit's
little
great.
bit of like Winter Storm. The lines are down. You
Yeah.
can get away with that
Yeah.
in the
Weren't they
the,
also
the
in
early
Paris, though,
'90s.
too, though, weren't they? They were in another country in that one. So there was like the
And
big-
back then, there was no phones to call like that.
Yeah,
There's a phone thing.
we're kind of applying like new technology to it.
Yeah, it was like 92 or something.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, in this one's set in
Modern time.
Yeah,
modern
modern
times.
time, yeah.
So how do they explain
Well, he
away?
doesn't stay home alone for long. He's only there for about 3 minutes before the neighbors come over and get him and bring him to his family.
How do they explain like not sending anybody there or like?
Because he's kind of a chungus kid, and they don't really care about him.
Oh, is he?
Well,
He's the little porky boy.
Oh,
He's a little
really?
boy of
He
a
looks like
Jojo
me when I
Rabbit.
was-
He's a little British boy of a Jojo Rabbit.
Like it's a little
So
less.
everyone says that. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Jojo Rabbit's
It's a
the-
movie. It's a great movie.
That's the Hitler
Highly
movie, right?
recommend.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
So I just wonder how they
Guess we
explain
gotta watch
in
it,
modern
right?
day times how they're like the kids at home and there's nobody that they could send.
Maybe
sure
they live in
it's-
an isolated neighborhood. I don't know.
Maybe he's.
I'm sure they're going to explain it in the movie.
Maybe everybody
Like, I
in the
really
neighborhood
You'll
dies
have to
because
wait to
there's
find
a
out.
virus.
Oh, yeah, everyone's on lockdown. So
Yeah. What if he's?
They have to explain. They give some reasoning why they
You
don't.
would assume, yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious.
I hope they don't. I
We'll
hope
find out November 12th on Disney Plus.
I hope as soon as I fire it
Is it
up,
free
there-
on Disney
it's like-
Plus or
it's-
what?
If you
it's
have Disney
plot
Plus,
hole
yeah.
If it's free,
crazy.
I'll watch it, but I'm gonna be mad the whole time watching it.
All right.
And are there two bad guys or just
It's a
one?
couple. So it's a guy and a girl.
Why they have to add a girl?
Ellie Kemper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
she's
speaking
the,
of Nazis,
Probably on her period.
What? He tied in perfectly.
There's a lot of people from
tied in perfectly.
from SNL going to be in it or involved with
is
it.
Pete Davidson in there?
I don't see him listed.
Big Dick Pete.
Mikey Day, Chris Parnell, Kenan Thompson.
Kenan Thompson, what's he worth? A lot, right?
Gotta be.
He's just saving money, right?
Yeah.
And he's double dipping because he's got his sitcom that's doing well.
I was gonna ask, is that doing well?
It is, and he has his SNL doing well, so he's fine. Good on him.
What do you get paid from SNL? Like,
dude, he's not worth as much as you'd think.
Yeah, because he hasn't done that many blockbuster movies.
But he was in all that, and what was the other one? Kenan and Kel. And since he was a child, they still show reruns of that, right? Or am I wrong?
I guess child actors don't get paid a lot.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon didn't pay shit.
Yeah.
What do you guys think Kenan Thompson's worth?
I'll go
$7 million.
I'll go $3.5 million.
Okay, well, I guess he's worth more than you guys
I'm
did
going
think.
25.
13.
That's good. That's good. It should be better.
For whatever
though.
reason, I thought he would have been more.
Should be better because he's Mr. Saturday Night Live now, right?
He's been there the longest.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Longest running cast member.
We made the argument, could you deem that he's the most successful at Saturday Night Live? Because
but like we said, if you're that successful, you leave.
True, but at Saturday Night Live specifically.
He's been there the longest, so...
Yeah, I would say... Yeah,
That's sketch comedy,
I think I'm even going against my initial argument the last time we did this.
But not-
which is fine, because, whatever, no continuity at all.
But I'm sure Saturday Night Live fans would say they're of the top 50 most iconic segments. He makes a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of more iconic segments from other cast members.
He
and
doesn't
more famous
stand
people.
out as much, but
He's
there
just
is
the longest
something to be
running,
said. Okay, hold on a second.
He's like the Julian Edelman of
Thank
Saturday
you.
Night Live.
I'm glad you went to sports analogy because I was going to
Yeah.
say there are plenty of guys that are considered the best of the best, but they're just not flashy. They're not
Yeah.
scoring.
Yeah.
But they're the best of the best.
Like Mike Myers as a Calvin Johnson, just a star.
Yeah.
They did, huge. But Julian
Yeah, like-
Edelman has
Will
technically
Ferrell is Julio Jones, right?
More Super Bowls,
Yeah.
MVP, a more solid record.
Yeah, like
but not a
Julio
superstar.
Jones, Will Ferrell, right? No rings, but the guy is the most talented cat in the world. And then you got Keenan. Like you said, Edelman, he's got his rings. He's solid, always reliable, always there, works hard, but just doesn't stand out as much.
Also flies under the radar, right?
Mhm.
Because you never see any controversy about him. Like you haven't seen any.
We're
sort
looking
of,
at
like,
you, Horatio.
That
was weird.
There's no any sort of shit that he did in his past that they brought up, or like anything that he got in
Casey-
trouble. Like even when he was young, like he didn't
He's been
party
pretty
that
squeaky
much.
clean.
Yeah, Casey in our chat room is saying Adam Sandler most successful, but we're saying most successful at Saturday Night Live.
Because Adam Sandler was only
left
on
early.
Was he
Yeah.
on for how many seasons?
4, 5.
I think he was only like 2.
Is
Yeah, I
it?
think it was
like
last
some of those
season.
guys only do
He
it a
was
couple.
gone right when he started dropping those CDs and those albums. Like,
Well, it
that's
all
when he
kind of
did.
morphed into like
Yeah.
it had the same vibe as the characters he was doing for like.
He was there from 90 to 95.
Yeah,
actually.
I knew it was
Yeah,
like 5
5
years or
years,
so. It was like nothing because he started like you get like Opera Man. Well, that was very much the same style of that that first CD that just exploded, man.
Never liked Opera Man. Like I never even found what was funny about him.
I am not a huge Adam Sandler fan.
I enjoyed the absurdity of it, but I like absurd comedy, so yeah, I would think that's funny. Sometimes just a loud noise will make me laugh.
Although I did have the Adam Sandler CD.
You loved it?
Oh yeah,
that was
I loved
the
it.
best. For years
I'm like
straight.
shampoo bottle in his ass.
I'm gonna do that when I get old.
That's why it's been my karaoke song. From that point on.
He did. He sung that at fucking karaoke.
I love that
Didn't
song.
need the words or
That song's
anything.
like 30 years old. It's like you're singing classic rock. I think.
Oh no, they had to download it for me.
Oh my god.
But it was worth it.
Hold on, play that song. Let me.
It was worth it. Did everybody in the audience hate it?
No, everyone likes the when I do it because I act it out too.
Well, you're also.
Wait, we need him to act it out for Twitch.
No, your roommate killed the karaoke.
Yeah. Wait, who?
You're also.
Chow Daichi?
Yeah, Daichi.
You're also a big daddy's.
Oh my God.
Shit-faced drunk, smoking inside.
Oh, did you guys see that big fight that happened at Universal this week?
I put it in the thread. Yeah,
That shit was nuts.
I put it in the group thread for you guys to see. It was just a
Where was
bunch of dudes breaking up some.
Drunk dudes were trying to pull these chicks from fighting each other in the line.
There's some
Oh,
beefy
chick
gals
fight.
fighting.
Well, it was
Fighting?
like everybody was going at each other, but towards the end, like in front of the person with the phone, it was a couple girls going at it. But it was like two merged groups were fighting each other like it was a fucking battle.
And
but all the guys were like stumbling, trying to break it up because everybody was shit faced.
Such a good song.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Don't sing it.
Put your arms around me, baby.
He wants to so bad.
I do. I'm just singing it in my head.
Is it that you? Is it that you think you're taking them down one road and then at the very end you're
like,
stick that shit. Yeah, look at that! I made you take a vulgar left turn.
Most have never heard this song, so they think it's all sweet, and then they're like, "What the fuck is this song?"
Tenacious D do a song like this, right? Like where it's like, "Hey, I'm." There it is. Stroke my cock at a medium pace.
Play with my balls and tell me how big
At this point, I grab my.
I don't want
You
big
were
balls.
singing this? Okay.
That's a Buffalo Wild Wings.
I sung this. I sung this at my. I sung this at my.
Seth is on Touch Tunes at Buffalo Wild Wings putting this on. He's sitting there and he's that guy that's eating his fucking wings and looking around while your kids are like, this guy's talking about how big his balls are saying medium pace.
At my fiance's corporate Christmas party, they had karaoke. I sung this song.
Yeah, so you're divorced.
She was never more. She actually wasn't bad with it, and the owner was actually Adam Sandler fan, so he fucking loved it. But everyone looked at me like I was a fucking.
Yeah, I have this vision of you in your hospital bed dying alone, and you just hit play on the CD player. And this is the last thing you listen to as you close your eyes alone.
I hope she worked for the Raiders.
On the corner of the bed and watch me whack off.
Okay, there you go. That's end with that. I'll give you a little bit of that.
Here's the shampoo bottle. Now stick it up my ass.
You see that shampoo bottle now? Stick it up my ass.
Stick it up my ass.
This is not funny to me.
That's our show.
Yeah, really. That's literally.
Yeah, if our show were a song, it'd be medium pace.
Yeah.
It's a medium pace with Tom and Dan. It sounds good.
Print it.
All right,
Now
semantics.
stick their shampoo bottle up my ass.
So tonight, actually, we are kicking off another Twitch stream. If you guys want to see the second strongest Twitch stream in
There it
Orlando,
is.
it'll be our second time streaming at Semantics Media, twitch.tv/Semantics Media. Tonight at 9 p.m., me and my husband are going to be playing It Takes Two, which is a co-op game. Super fun. And then tomorrow afternoon, we will be recording this week's Semantics episode with Chris Crespo and EJ.
All right. Travis.
I was wrong.
Did you forget his name? Are you going to say my name again?
I got something to say if nobody wants to say anything else.
Man, that surge got you.
I got something to say.
What's going on at Watering Holes?
So
Don't freak out. Don't freak out.
If you're not going to make it to the BDMCB beer pong tournament tomorrow, no, I'm not freaking out. We have the West End 15th anniversary going on in downtown Sanford, so check that out. There's going to be some free Sunshine State bombs from 7 to 8 with any kind of T-shirt purchase. You can also get a free swag bag if you're one of the first 50 to attend. And then not to mention Ravenous Pig. If you got a Halloween party going on, they're doing catering, so hit up them for some of their spooky party libations. They're doing a blood type A and blood type B. They're served in blood bags. So they have a Creepy Cosmo and a murdered mezcal margarita.
Creepy Cosby.
So you can
Creepy
bring
Cosmo.
So you can bring.
Watch out after you drink this one.
Oh my God.
They're also doing Christmas stuff or Thanksgiving stuff. I know Ravenous is rolling out like an a la carte Thanksgiving menu. That's where I'm going because I always get their meals kits.
And that's all pre-order, so definitely hit them up.
It's all pre-order. You got to jump on that now, but they got some really good stuff. So that's just what I'm doing this year. I'm going to just take it out of my hands and make it easy. That way I get delicious food. It's all a la
Good
carte,
idea
though.
for my party, for the Halloween party.
You should do it, man.
Yeah.
Like those blood bags of drinks, that's a creative
really
idea.
cool.
I love
it's
that
a really
idea.
cool idea.
That's
Good idea.
What's going on with your dojo, Seth?
We have actually a big test coming up. The most kids ever. Well, since the kids just started a few months ago, but we have We have like 20 kids testing this coming Saturday, so it's exciting for the first test. I don't know, bunch of kids testing for their new belt.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool. Yeah,
You should open a pizza place adjacent to it and call it the Dojo. Right?
Oh, dough.
Yeah.
Do you do the thing where you
fuck off?
He
He didn't get it at first.
You do the
I had to think about it.
You do the stripes before you do the full belt.
Yeah, well,
you
yeah,
gotta step it up.
depending on their age.
Well, you gotta. It's a
depending-
money grab.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Oh no! It's it's
Oh!
honest.
You can't give them the black belt
No!
real quick.
You got a brown belt with a black stripe.
That's at the top of the pyramid. You know,
It's for their confidence level.
You
when
gotta
they
get
see-
a-
if they're not ready to go to a full belt, I always half belt stripe them so they get a stripe, but it shows them that they're making progression. It gets them more excited to come to class even more.
So you get a
And it
brown,
gives- it
you
gives
gotta
them
go to
confidence.
brown,
It gives
then you
them
go
confidence.
red, yellow,
It's to build
green,
up their
orange,
it's like-
pink, purple. Then you test for junior black.
It's like the
There's a
books
junior
and
black.
Scientology. Like when there's
Yes.
there's never ending amount.
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
it's the Nexium thing with the
sashes.
Yeah,
sashes.
we'll make more.
Oh, you guys can say talk shit all you want, but it's for the kids. It's
for the kids,
it's
baby.
making them
Seth
more
love the
confident.
kids.
So whatever.
No, wait, did
You
you?
should make fun of you.
Did you?
You're not allowed to.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
talking shit about your livelihood.
We talked about there's no making fun
I'm just
when
talking
it comes
shit
to
about your
karate.
passion and livelihood.
But yeah, exactly.
Why
We
are
talked
you so
about
mad?
karate not being that was a no funny.
No funny zone.
No funny zone. Like some guy I posted on my karate page.
I'm writing this down.
and
Karate is no
I
funny
posted on
zone.
my karate page
Yeah.
a
Says right
picture
here,
of us.
karate, full funny.
Settle down, Danielson.
I yelled at some guy on Facebook for doing a laughing emoji on one of my posts for
Oh
the.
my god.
Oh my God.
You know, I was like, "What's so funny about karate?"
Then you put two laughing emojis.
No, I actually felt bad because he wrote back saying I accidentally pressed that. I meant to press the smiley button. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Let
sir."
me.
Not true.
let
He
me
wanted
ask-
to put the
breaking
laughing
news. Did you secure the weapons in your dojo? Ah.
No, I raised them up a few inches, so now they'll be heavier when they fall down. No, I know it's harder for them to run into. No, but no. But if you guys ever want to bring your kids down to try a class out, it's just go to karateorlando.com.
There you go.
Or follow me on Instagram too if you want.
There you go.
All right.
Don't do it.
You can do. I'll let
Just smacking his lips.
I was about to plug Jana's podcast.
Living lucky.
You want to hear the truth?
Oh shit. We're talking to her
You
next
can't
week.
handle. Oh, look at that. What day?
Thursday.
Thursday. Tune in on Thursday.
Living skinny and lucky.
Thursday at 1 p.m. You can't wait, can you?
I cannot wait. I honestly, it is so awkward.
I gotta go back and watch
It
this.
is so awkward. Oh my God, too fat for a wheelchair. Maybe that's what she meant. Maybe she meant that it's easier to navigate if you're
Remember
like
when
her.
Tom said standing sucks earlier this week?
Yeah, she's
Maybe
like,
she's getting back at people. I don't
not
know.
for me.
All right, let's get out of here. Bye bye.
Well, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.